Juggalo Gathering 2003. Dear Joe and Joey, and anybody else listening to this, may I have your attention for a few minutes? The BeastMasteR is my name. The North Shore Juggalo, Torleif James. Relax, this track has no strings attached. Compact disc with a list of side effects. Unless, of course, somehow it turns a profit, then you have no sure to sue me for it. Thoughts in my head needed a vehicle. Thoughts in my head barely conceivable. Needles and pins, it's all been a whirlwind. Don't know the ending, so where do I begin? Circa 78, conceived in the blizzard, as prophesied by a Norwegian wizard. 80s and 90s, so desensitizing. Seeing all these guys dropping like flies in the blink of an eye. I felt a change inside. I'm not gonna let this pass me by. I learned from experience, just trying to give a little back. So listen up or get bitch slapped. In 96, when I was 17, the Browse House Easter Sunday wrestling. Tommy B enthusiastically introduced me to a little something something off the Riddle Box L. Curiosity cracked open Carnival doors when Malenko dropped in and out of record stores. But this was nothing in comparison to witnessing a clown show in person. Ninja's vision of heaven in 97. Paradise, that Boston venue. Had no clue what we were getting into. Dead center front row and no barricade. And at the end of the show, we ended up on the stage. And the clowns don't, they go all over us. Walked out of there feeling like $1,000,000. That adrenaline rush, you only know if you know. When you make that switch into a full-blown juggalo. Lupos, Avalon, Songus, Palladium. All of a sudden, I couldn't get enough of it. Had to fucking have it if it ran with a hatchet. Every EP and Joker's card I could get. Even hard to find tracks surfacing on the internet. And Shockumentary was wicked ironic, cause we acted like it before we even saw it. I'm not narrow-minded, never felt more alive, and we all survived and chanting. Props to Twisted. Don't even get me started. Batman raps, that's a whole nother seminar. Kid inside of me, sick of reality. Individual with a juggalo family. Tommy B holding down the floor of the scene with the cut rate crew ripping, know what I mean? Distance is nothing, unity means strength. A carnival lifeline of infinite length. In the meantime, we all just enjoying the ride till we twist and spin to the other side. All riled up, anticipating the six. Trying our best to avoid pissing contests. The Mannahatchee gear that you own is irrelevant. All you really need is clown love to represent. Remember this at the merchandise booth. You only got one life and your death is proof. ICP, thank you for the Joker's cars, Lotus Pod, and for this family of ours. We drop everything for our gatherings. No exaggerating, they're fresher than anything. For the show's going down, rain or shine, it's always raining. They go inside. We roll with y'all because we believe the Dark Carnival is forever. Like you said in 17, we're in this together. The carnival gets me high like marijuana, ecstasy, beautiful like Rihanna, diamonds, all up in a pinata. Hit 'em up if you want quick before you're a goner. Think you gotta shine? Take a look at the lives you changed with this carnival surprise. Hell, I gotta shine equally bright. Swear to God, I'm not lying. My shine's damn blinding. Just a matter of time, man. Hear the unveiling straight up gave us goosebumps. And brother, I promise, he didn't trick us. It's justified, 10 years in one song. Inside, I know I knew it all along. In this complex matrix of technology, I don't need my Joker's card spelled out for me. It's time we told you how great you are. Our carnival unity, always top priority. I'ma be down, down with the clown till I'm dead in the ground. Look in my crystal ball, it's alright. Sit back, evolve, and I'll be alright. I'm chillin', I'm inland, with my guts all over the ceiling. Home to the monsters, roaming the land. I wanna come home, but you don't understand. Why do we do the things that we do? Wicked rhymes, wicked times, you too. Damn, I wish I could be a ninja. Damn, I wish I could be a ninja. How many souls will fall from the sky? How many souls were wondering why? We know you hit who we are, but even in Shangri-La.
Evoking faith within the path from the get-go. Feeling fear and death, so now I can let go. Evoking faith within the path from the get-go. Feeling fear and death. Proud to be a juggler. The hero, the lotus, the era of the tempest. There's a buzz in the air like the Boston Hempfest. Breaking and growing like the ground under you and me. Spreading like infection in the days of alchemy. Obscure references and blatant giveaways right under our noses, even in the early days. The Dark Carnival, the mythology, the simplicity, the complexity, the way it all makes makes so much sense to me, and yet somehow cloaked with suspense. You see, it piques my interest, builds my impulse, pulls the string. Yeah, there's a reason for everything. Evoking within the path from the get-go. Like fear of death, so now I can let go. Evoking within the path from the get-go. Like fear of death. Proud to be a judge. Dedicated to the butterfly. What's it all about? He just says 17 and can't figure it out. But that was then, this is now. We're still holding it down. All eyes on the underground, some fucking how. Representing family with pride and passion. As if psychopathic, we're World Series champions. The wicked shit, good at pushing our buttons. Constantly cutting edge and keeping it scrubbing. You could be Juggalo, OG, or newbie. It doesn't really matter if you're down for infinity. You hear me? I say the more the merrier. The more diverse we are, the fucking scarier. Within the path from the get-go. Like fear and death, so proud to be a Juggalo. Within the path from the get-go. Like fear and death, proud to be a Juggalo. The overwhelming elation of the live show, the beautiful absurdity of all that Fago. It's the only way to go, but at the end of the day, if it doesn't float your boat, it doesn't matter. Any Juggalo. And absolutely, you can go and be cynical, but the dark carnival keeps me invincible. What is a poser, hound dog, or Juffalo? Haters and demon faces, is that the way it goes? Unwanted drama needs a Kool-Aid punch. You can't let a rotten apple or two ruin the bunch. And for the rest of us, my Juggalo family, close homies and those who barely know me, rep behind the ears or set in your ways. Those down with the clown before they coin the phrase. Some dwell on the negative and thrive on explicit shit. Others find peace of mind within the depths of it. Maybe you're stuck in the middle, making the best of it. Along for the ride and all the twists and turns in it. We all caught on to the same phenomenon. We throw a lotus up and get our wicked on. Evoking faith within the path from the get-go. Like fear and death, so proud to be a Juggalo. Within the path from the get-go. Like fear and death, proud to be a Juggalo. So proud to be a Juggalo. Proud to be a Juggalo. Juggalo, Juggalo, Juggalo. Proud to be a Juggalo. Paint your face up like a fucking wicked clown. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. Indifferent if your hater used to be down. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. A million memories, a story to go with each. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. All the way from Worcester to Gandy Beach. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. Don't judge a book by its cover, you motherfucker. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. We say fuck the world cause we got each other. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. Doesn't make you nervous, think we do it on purpose. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. We throw Fago. We throw Fago, that's just how we do. Stand next to a Juggalo, you're gonna get it on you. Your favorite beverage made for family consumption. We fucking huck them like we smashing a pumpkin. Give me a crate of Fago and a parking lot full of Juggalos, and I'll show you the party spot. Pop, pop, it's hella pressure release, and I ain't talking about the carbonation up in this piece. We throw Fago till we're all soaking. Hours before the venue doors even open. There go the Fago fairy dropping off cases. Stinging the eyes, dripping wet painted faces. Mini gatherings and ICP concerts. I'm a Fago fiend, they created a monster. It's all about the Fago, act like you know. Let me hear you if you're still a fucking Juggalo. Paint your face up like a fucking wicked clown. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. Indifferent if your hater used to be down. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. A million memories, a story to go with each. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. All the way from Worcester to Gandy Beach. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. Don't judge a book by its cover, you motherfucker. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. We say fuck the world cause we got each other. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. Doesn't make you nervous, think we do it on purpose. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. we throw Fago. We throw Fago cause that shit's fresh when you catch a 2-liter in the pit with the audience. My family, the one that's standing strong behind me when I'm in the front row at a clown show. Every time, every tour, Juggalos coming back for more. There's a reason, there's a line out the fucking door. The most eclectic motley crew you ever saw. All for one and one for all in a fucking brawl. Standing tall, knocked down for a bit, but picked right back up. Ninja mosh pit etiquette. Come and get awestruck, the energy's awesome. Our glasses all half full with no fucking bottoms. We throw Fago cause it tastes great. Juggalo shows are off the chain in the Bay State. Maybe through your eyes you think we're all the same when we're going ape shit under the Fago rain. Spider leg heads all decked out with bandanas. Shake a bottle, crack it open and we go bananas. That's what's up, we don't give a fuck. You want a method to the madness? Shit, you're out of luck. Paint your face up like a fucking wicked clown. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. Indifferent if you hate or used to be down. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. A million memories, a story to go with each. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. All the way from Worcester to Candy Beach. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. Don't judge a book by its cover, you motherfucker. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. We say fuck the world cause we got each other. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. Doesn't make you nervous, think we do it on purpose. We Juggalos and we throw Fago. There ain't a put down or insult or joke poke fun at that we haven't dealt with or had to combat yet. Juggalo to the bone, out of control. I'm coming home, I'm not alone. And we throw Fago. We throw Fago. We throw Fago. BeastMasteR's back, it's been a long time coming and I'm fucking wound up, so I'ma hit the ground running. Little controversy, breaking up the monotony of typical and predictable music in our society. We're fucking crazy, it's all in the name. Insane clown posse against the grain. Rapping about death and sex and chicken necks at the edge of our seats waiting for what's next. The whole Juggalo army, this for Juggalos only. Now I pass the axe to my homie. It's our entertainment with something else to it. You say you're down for life, we're gonna prove it. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Once a ninja, always a ninja. Living life every day like it's Halloween, and I got Juggalo posters from the floor to the ceiling. Each and every tour's a seminal performance. The Carnival's karma is enormous. Hundreds of Fago bottles tossed in the crowd. When we clear out, not a single one to be found. Each one's caught, guzzled and dumped over our nuggets, and we ride in the street all wet and sticky from it. Gotta love it, part of something larger than ourselves, and the reason behind it is the power inside it. They say I'm young, dumb, and full of cum, but Juggalos know where I'm coming from, don't you? Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Once a ninja, always a ninja. We got a bad reputation of being illiterate, fanatical, getting a little belligerent. Juggalos cross-face paint is the freshness. I give a fuck what society makes of it, and that's why Juggalos are misunderstood. From every city to suburb, every G in the hood. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And you can play the kid the music, but you can't make him think. I'm not the shit because I listen to ICP. I'm the shit cause I'm me, BeastMasteR. You're not the shit just because you're a scrub, but you're the shit if you got clown love. What up, son? Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Once a ninja, always a ninja. In our world, it's hard to differentiate between who's real or fake, even behind the paint. And for some, it's a phase and it's sad but true. Fucking fair weather fans, I got 2 words for you. Suck it. If you're down, be proud, quit your bitching. Joe and Joey paid their dues, in my opinion. But opinions are like assholes, everybody's got one, and everybody thinks everybody else's stinks. ICP never jumped the shark, making something out of nothing ain't a walk in the park. So if you lower your hatchet and try to save face, you never understood the carnival in the first place. So fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Once a ninja, always a ninja. The land of the brave, on the walls of the cave, look the wraith in the face and don't be afraid. Whether or not you act your age, whether or not you change, maybe you stay the same. Maybe you serve fast food or you're stuck in a cube. You can't escape in the music that you're listening to. You see, ICP's Joker's cards help me. Dealing dealing with the hand that God dealt me. We need our wicked shit and our juggalo humor. I know you wish you discovered it sooner. Now we're celebrating life well off in the future, together even if just through the computer. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Once a ninja, always a ninja. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Fuck you, I'm just a ninja. Once a ninja, always a ninja.
Hey, guess what? I'm Shaggy Tudo, and I'm the other guy. And we want you to remember where to go for the greatest podcast right on Carnival Spirits. It's a YouTube channel, and you'll get right to it.
Hello, creeps. It's me, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. Sending a shout out to the BeastMaster and the Juggalo family at Spirits of the Dark Carnival. And you can find them dead or alive at Carnival Spirits. They're dying to see you there.
Shout out Carnival Spirits.
Yo, it's your boy Trey Pound. Shout out to the fucking Carnival Spirits up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Trey Pound in this bitch. Chop, chop.
The gathering was peaceful, although one marcher did engage in some extremely ugly hate speech against the Bureau. But who can blame them?
What up, Juggalos? Grab my Fago and we'll get this show on the road.
We got BeastMasteR coming up next.
Honestly, this is crazy because I didn't know BeastMasteR rapped like that. I thought it was dope, man. He kind of creates that immersive world, kind of like storytelling universe. It was dope. That's one of the ones you got to sit back and just absorb the message and shit. It was dope. I loved it.
This is BeastMasteR.
Woo!
You can
Carnival
see
Spirits.
with your own eyes.
Son of a bitch. We got Carnival Spirits.
Carnival Spirits, hey!
Of the grill.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
You're watching Carnival Spirits.
Subscribe! Know what I'm saying?
What the fuck is up, Juggalos? BeastMasteR back up in this motherfucker. Hold on, where's my video? Here we are. Hello, welcome back. It's good to be back. If you can hear me, if you can see me, sound off in the chat. Give me a sign, somebody. And we are going to get this show on the road. The BeastMasteR Show, episode 55. Back after a long ass hiatus. Last time I was with y'all was like the gathering. What's up, Ivy Killer? Yeah, it's been a minute, and obviously with that amount of time since we've spoken, there's a lot to talk about. And I get a little overwhelmed because part of me wants to dive in and talk about everything under the fucking blood red moon. But we're gonna pace ourselves, and we're gonna take this step by step. And last thing first, happy Juggalo weekend. February 17th, the other day, came and went, and you know, it's one of those things where last year I attended my very first Juggalo Day event, and it was dope as fuck. And as per usual, your boy BeastMasteR fucked it up for everybody and jinxed the whole fucking tradition, because this year there was no Juggalo Day event, not officially. There was a couple do-it-yourself jump-offs, and we'll talk about that later. You know, our boys Wicked Wood with their Juffalo weekend event. You got DJ Clay, a whole bunch of fucking fresh shit happening. Just not an official psychopathic event on Juggalo Day, which is not really surprising because you know, life takes twists and turns and nothing goes as planned, and quite honestly, you know,
if I finally attend a Juggalo day, I can assume that just in the nick of time, I was able to pull it off before they fucking ended. No, but who knows what the future will hold for Juggalos, for ICP, for BeastMaster, for Carnival Spirits. I ain't a fortune teller. I don't fucking know. But what I do know is that it is Bloody Sunday. Today, right now. I waited until midnight, well, East Coast midnight, to fucking do this show so I could officially say that it's happening. It's going down on Bloody Sunday. And so here we are, wearing red, Bloody Sunday. What's the special occasion? The Duke of the Wicked drops his third full-length solo album, Bloody Sunday, the album, and it's on like Donkey Kong. So we're going to talk about that. And, we may even get into a few things that took place in between now and the gathering. Obviously, big stuff like, Hallowicked. Hallowicked had the Bloody Sunday theme. So we've already been on the Bloody Sunday steez for a while now. And thank you, Shoddy Boom. This right here is Lakeland Lunacy fucking special. And you see this in the intro of my show. You've probably seen it on social media, but I don't know if you know that these are available in t-shirt form now. And that's something that I've been, waiting to plug. So might as well do that at this moment and plug the Store Frontier, storefrontier.com/BeastMaster, where you can get your hands on this and any rhinoglyphics or BeastMaster merchandise, talking shirts, hoodies, all different sizes. You got the koozies. I don't even have a koozie sitting around here, but yeah, we're hawking merch on Carnival Spirits now. If you didn't know, we have a Carnival Spirits Store Frontier with a hell of fucking merch all over the place. Actually, I think this one's from Carnival Spirits. It's not even from the BeastMaster Store Frontier. Lakeland is a beast, no doubt about it. And I've been buying prototypes of our own shirts so I can rep them. And this is just the one I chose today because it had the color red in it, and it is a bloody red Sunday. So I needed to fucking represent. I'm even walking home. Got my walking home beanie, and yeah, so I don't mean to procrastinate. We're gonna get this show on the road. We're gonna jump right into some info. This is the fucking battle of information, info battles. No, it isn't. I got my lazy green screen cruising in the Millennium Falcon as usual, but I got to tell you, I've got some bigger plans for the BeastMaster show. I've got bigger plans for this green screen, and I have intentions on utilizing this green screen in more creative and fun ways. I did not purchase this green screen just to waste it on Millennium Falcon backdrops. We're going to be doing some interesting, maybe funny things. My goal is to entertain, and nothing entertains more than making people laugh. I've even thought about putting a disclaimer at the beginning of the BeastMaster show to emphasize the heavy use of sarcasm and comedy, gelled in with real talk, because sometimes I feel like that shit goes over people's heads, and I need to cover my ass because there's some dumb motherfuckers out there that just believe everything they hear, and we got to be a little smarter than that. We got to look beneath the surface. We got to fucking investigate things, and that's what we're gonna do with Violent J's Bloody Sunday album today. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna break it down. I might even have a guest. We'll see about that. I don't have an actual special mystery guest for y'all today because I didn't get that lined up in time. But we are going to be doing guests, and we are going to be having special guests like we have in the past. I've got a few people that I've been talking to about jumping on the BeastMaster show and talking with me in the future, but we have no dates lined up. In fact, I wasn't even 100% sure we were going to be doing the BeastMaster show on Saturday nights. I actually thought about doing it on Sunday night, but then I thought, yeah, just because it's convenient for me, Sunday nights might not be convenient for everybody else because, you know, the Monday morning grind is on the cusp, and but it's the weekend and it's Juggalo weekend, so I don't give a fuck. Watch this on the playback if you're too busy or too sleepy to hang with me at the wee hours of fucking midnight. But let me bring Panic on board here. What's up, Panic?
Yo, what up?
Good to see you. Holy shit, you lost some weight up here.
Oh shit.
I haven't seen you in a while. Dude, I shaved my head too. That's why I'm wearing this stupid hat.
Oh, really? I was about to say, I've always shaved my head.
No, dude, I didn't shave my head. My hair is longer than it's ever fucking been. If I take this hair out of the fucking braid, it's almost down to my fucking belly button. This is insane how long my hair is right now. I know, I'm not trying to fucking front. But aesthetics aside, how you doing, brother?
Pretty good, just chilling.
Right on. I gotta say, it's really, it feels like an old comfortable shoe, like an old hat to be here chopping it up with you. I thank you for jumping on here with me because I didn't have a special guest tonight, and I really do enjoy speaking, not into the void, but to another Juggalo. So
right.
Good on you, man. I appreciate it.
I was thinking it was going to be later, Bloody Sunday, because it's got to be even like earlier where you are, right?
Yeah, I'm on the West Coast, so it isn't Sunday yet. All right, look, it's midnight. It's past midnight on the East Coast. I figured 3 a.m. would be an awfully fucking late start if I were to wait for midnight over here.
Right.
So, all right, we're working on multiple time zones here. It's not technically Bloody Sunday yet.
It's Sunday somewhere. Fuck it.
It's Sunday somewhere. Oh, and by the way, according to Violent J, it's Bloody Sunday every day. Okay, we're going to talk about the song in the hook. He says you make it to the end and then you wake up and it's Sunday morning again, and it's a fucking bloody loop. It's like every day you die on Hell's Pit. Just like the endless repeat. So anyways, but that's the album. Have you heard the album? Have you heard Bloody Sunday yet?
I've listened to it probably like 3 or 4 times.
Okay, 3 or 4 times. This shit just came out yesterday.
No, it was Thursday, I think, right?
Thursday night.
I could have swore it was Thursday.
Right, for the Friday drop, so it came out a little early. Right.
Yeah, I lose track.
That's right. It came out on Friday. Okay, maybe Juggalo Day was Thursday and it technically came out then. I don't know, but it's out. It's out now. So pre-orders have been released into the wild. Did we get physical copies yet? What do you mean? Did we get them yet? I literally just bought it like 3 days ago. I'm sorry, Echo Side Fiend. Are you saying that you actually have your physical copy already? Like you ordered it and then it showed up like before Sunday? Has that ever happened in the history of fucking ever?
Well, I mean, he lives like down the road. They probably hand delivered it.
I'm questioning Echo Side Fiend here because he says a question and then the statement. Did you get your physical copy yet? Do you mean, did I purchase my physical copy yet? Because I didn't get shit. I paid money. And then the next sentence is, it's badass. And that is a fact. And you don't even have to see it in person to know that it's badass. Clarify, motherfucker. Did you purchase your physical copy? Because ain't nobody got that shit yet. See it online. You see people sharing pictures of it, right? I got to say, though, those limited editions, there's like 2,500 made. I mean, $50 a pop. He got his today. God damn, I didn't even think to check my mailbox before I went live today. All right, they shipped. People are getting them. Ecocide Fiend lives in Michigan, so his package takes less to get to him. Some homies got it already. That's blowing my mind. See, this is why I love doing the BeastMasteR show, because people don't tell me shit. Okay, I'm out of the loop, like for real.
Yeah,
Okay? I told you guys this a million times. I'm not here to give you the news. You guys are fucking giving me the news. Please. I learned from y'all. For real. You know why? It's because after having multiple fake midlife crises throughout my adult life, I've finally reached what I believe is like anatomically, like, as far as human beings are concerned, I'm officially, at midlife. Okay. I'm 44 years old right now. So give or take a decade, I'm over the hill. And I got to say that, especially this past year, that I've been kind of in and out of the game per se, right? I haven't really been streaming that much. It's because I've had a lot of life changes, and I've been adulting, So my thing is I don't have time or the mental capacity to fucking keep up with all the social media, especially with the plethora of artists and music and just this wide spectrum of fucking underground bullshit that we all love. I can't follow it. Even when I love an artist, I have a hard time following their social media, especially if they're attention hungry and they just post constantly and it's a whole lot of filler. You know what I mean? Like, I want updates. Yeah. I want to know when things are happening. But it's hard for me to follow social media. So I tune out. I just tune the fuck out, And there was a time in years prior where I didn't even have to fucking try. People would send me shit all the time. You know what I mean? It's just like shit would happen and people would be like, send that to BeastMasteR. And my inbox would be full of information, like flyers, like ICP dropped a song. The song would be in my inbox 3 times because people would be sending it to me. Shit's different now. You know what I mean? I think the pandemic, post-COVID world has kind of like smoothed out my friend circle, and I've just seen a lot of people throw their lives away in the past year, like literally fucking people going crazy and fucking shit in the bed, and I don't know.
A lot of people couldn't handle staying home. Something like that simple, and we're still seeing the effects, I think, and I think we're going to continue to see effects from simply staying home for a couple of years. Something other people do every day.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not trying to fucking stir the pot or anything, but let's just take a very public example, okay? Because the whole time that I've been a YouTuber, fucking 11 years, fucking chopping it up with juggalos online, there have been plenty of other juggalos, that I enjoy watching. Some I don't enjoy watching, but I watch sometimes. Just giving you this one example, okay? Because everybody knows, what happened to CPN last year. He kind of threw his entire public persona away. And I'm not speaking out of turn when I say this, because he fucking publicized throwing his life away almost. He tried to fucking kill himself. Do you remember that? Sorry, spoiler alert if you're not paying attention to shit, but it's heartbreaking to me when I see people giving up, and it's just I don't know. I haven't had contact with that dude since the last time I seen him in person, I think.
I don't know what's going on with them. I think Crazy and them did some live streams, and once they said that somebody had taken over all this shit, so I I took him off Facebook. I took him off anything that I had him on. I took him off of, not because whatever I have a problem with them, but just because whoever's
you don't know who's running his because honestly he was hacked. Absolutely. And that's the thing. I watched all those streams. I watched Crazy McCormick's jail conversations where they were having the call-ins, and that was a hard pill to swallow, because there were a lot of good videos on CPN's channel that turned me on to him as a YouTuber without even knowing him personally. And when he gave his channel away and just fucking gave up, all those videos eventually got deleted. It's fucking rude. You know what I mean? Because there were like 30 videos from back in the day, from prior to Carnival Spirit's existence, like videos that took place before 2011. They were short. They had subjects, and they were juggalo, It was before his ego blew up and he fucking, started live streaming the CPN show or whatever. Like he actually put out some really thought-provoking, insightful, smart fucking videos about juggalo shit, and it's all gone now. Like it's not even just like, the videos are private or unlisted. They're fucking deleted now. And it's a shame, because that shit was epic. It inspired me, to get up here and do this shit. And now I don't want to fucking focus on that, but that's just one example of one individual who you might have thought had his shit together. And maybe he does. I hope he does. But I don't like the way that played out, and I don't like the way that ended, on a public sphere. I thought it was really fucking anticlimactic. And if he's happier not being a public figure anymore, then bless his heart, because that's all that really matters. Everyone hated CPN. That's not true, but I understand what you're saying. Trust me, it's not. I'm not making the point because I care. I'm making that one example because there are more people than just him.
Who gives a fuck if we care now? Who gives a fuck?
Their shit.
Who cares if we give a fuck now? You know what I mean? Let people care about what the fuck they want to care about.
Well, no, Juno Blaze is a good dude. He just doesn't care, and I don't
give a fuck.
Dude, a lot of people went with him.
The thing is, people hated the character CPN.
Yeah,
that's what they hated.
Mm-hmm.
It's like wrestling. People hate a character in wrestling.
Oh shit, where's my line?
But the real guy's cool.
All right, Panic. I hear what you're saying. And this is like a hot subject because people get passionate when they hate something, right? And there's really no distinction between what's real and what's fake when all you know is the presentation, and I gotta say, like, there's definitely a difference between CPN and Raya and the YouTuber and the man himself. But when he was like, taking sleeping pills and trying not to wake up, that wasn't a fucking act.
Yeah,
and I don't like that shit, man. Like, look, I want to get off of CPN because what I'm trying to say is that there are more people than just him who have tried to take their life in the past year. One of the creators of Two Whoops confessed it on Twitter last year. There's been people in Carnival Spirits that have fucking confessed it. Look, it's touchy, and honestly, I get triggered because I've lost way too many friends to suicide, ODs, accidents, like people that have been just taken too soon. I feel like everything took a turn for the worst when Big Irish Juggalo and Nappy J passed away within a week of each other. And then a year before that, it was Big Nick, Those were three prominent Juggalo YouTubers, OGs, that are just gone. And that's a huge void, at least for me, And here's the worst part. There are other people that are fucking gone that have left a void in my life. And it's not because they took their life. It's because they just ghosted. Or they're just like, I'm all set. You know, it's something about like the younger generation where nobody says goodbye. They just poof, they're gone. You know what I mean? People I used to talk to, I haven't heard from in over a year. I guess that's the point I'm trying to get to is I've been isolated as fuck. You know what I mean? And I've been doing a lot of thinking about it. And you know, I see other people the way that they're handling their tough times. And all I can say is that I'm not trying to make the same mistake other people are making. And so when I have my tough times, I did what I felt was right. And I stepped away from YouTube. You know what I mean? Because I had a decision. I was like, I could keep on broadcasting and kind of put myself on blast while I'm dealing with personal shit, or I could take a break. I could focus on my mental health, kind of like what Shaggy did with Shaggy and the Creep. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that for a second, okay? Let me just give you the nutshell. It was Halloween. They were doing a Palcast event. I mean, you know, you saw flyers, you saw all this stuff. It was like a live thing. And that was the last thing they ever did. All of a sudden, Shaggy announced he was going solo, and Keegan and the crew kind of like, you know, rebranded the Creep Show. Right. And then not long after that, Shaggy debuted the Creep Team. The Creep Team. Sorry. And by the way, I love Keegan. It goes without saying that I'm a Shaggy 2 Dope mark. So, you know, have no delusions. I fucking love that dude. But even Shaggy doesn't get a pass when it comes to me being annoyed by things on videos. I told you about this. One of my biggest pet peeves is when YouTubers fucking eat and talk at the same time. And so when Shaggy sits down for his first episode of the Shaggy Show and he's got like 3 tins of fucking nuts and fucking whatever he's munching on, and he's just sitting there talking and eating, I swear to God, after a half an hour, I almost turned that shit off. I'm like, I'm just going to have to wait for the highlights on YouTube because this fucking sucks, man. I hate watching people eat and talk at the same time. Like, if you want to get me to stop watching your video, all you got to do is start talking with your mouth full and I'm out. Fucking,
see, that's funny because like,
I don't give a shit what you're talking about. I don't fucking have time for that shit.
that was a constant. Like that was definitely something that always happened on the podcast.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Like I listen to a lot of podcasts. The Palcast was easily one of the funniest podcasts that I was listening to at that time, even with comedians.
Yeah.
Like they were consistently fucking funny.
I know. And I love it.
When a podcast is my thing, like that's my shit. Like people get all sad. Oh, fucking, I don't know. I can't think of a popular show. The Dungeons, or I don't know whatever the fuck it is that people watch. Oh, my show's over. They get sad. That's how I felt. Like I was legitimately, I'm like, man, what the fuck?
So let me ask you this: Are you following the Creep Show and the Shaggy Show? Are you watching both shows now, or did you stop watching one or the other because they went separate ways?
You know what? It kind of.
You don't even have to answer that. That's a question for the stratosphere because me personally, I can't even keep up with any. I missed mad shows, right? But let me tell you, I really enjoyed going back and doing marathons of the Palcast. So I would watch their vlogs and I would crush like, 10, 11, 12 fucking vlogs all in like one day. And I'd catch up just like that,
So the vlogs I would skip out on sometimes. The podcast I would always watch. I still watch Keegan. I still watch Shaggy.
Right on.
But one thing that kind of surprised me is all the people that fucking hate on Keegan. They're, oh, I'm glad he's a nut rider.
Really?
I'm just like, dude, a lot of people don't like him.
Well, he's an unlikable dude. I mean, he's ugly, I'm just kidding. Keegan, I know you're a regular viewer of the BeastMasteR show, so I'm sorry. I'm just
like Keegan's the shit, dude. Like
he is the shit.
I thought that
love Keegan.
I can't think of the word. It's been a while since I've YouTubed, but the way they play off each other was perfect.
Yeah.
Because fucking Shaggy will say whatever the fuck, and Keegan's kind of like I forget what it's called when he just goes with the flow, like
Lots
in
of
the
love
comedy.
for Keegan in the chat. Rightly so, man. Keegan has always been cool as fuck. He's always been really fucking cool to Carnival Spirits. I mean, I don't think that he fucking knows who I am, but he knows Carnival Spirits. I mean, he's been invited. He's been on the channel before, and yeah, Ivy Killis hit the nail on the head. He's so nice. He's just a nice guy. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, nice guys, they get hated on. You know, I don't know what it is about bad boys, but Keegan, like putting on the, you know, like the kayfabe, whatever, whenever he's trying to, you know, act mean or mad or tough, it's comedy. It's always comedy. You know what I mean? Like he knows his lane. I got a lot of respect for Keegan. What I will say is that Shaggy's reason for leaving that outfit and going out on his own shit was kind of weird. It was almost like he was admitting that without saying it, he kind of said it, you know? He was like, shit happening that was messing with his mental health. Then he said it was like turning into physical, like ailments. I don't know what he meant by that. Like,
so this is
you got a speculation. Look, I'm going to speculate that Keegan and everyone else in the crew are a bit younger than Shaggy, and I bet there's probably smoking and drinking going on, and I bet Shaggy's just trying to stay on the fucking wagon, and he can't be around that type of shit. But that's speculation on my part. I don't want to go around, you know, accusing the Creep Show of being a bunch of delinquents when Shaggy over here is like a teetotaler eating his nuts. Like, fucking hey, we know Shaggy's had drinking problems in the past. Maybe he needs to put a distance between himself and party animals. Maybe, you know.
When Keegan's like kind of laid it all out, he did like a Twitch, and it was pretty cool. If like Shaggy took a long time, like okay, whatever, he's Shaggy, but still he left people hanging on a nail for a long fucking time. About a couple of days later, whatever it was, Keegan came out and like, look, the fact that he had time, he's part of ICP. That alone should tell you he has no fucking time to be doing a podcast. All the different fucking side projects or whatever, any project that they got going on, they're probably working 24 fucking 7. So the fact that he was able to do the podcast as long as he did was amazing. But also you got to think it was the pandemic. They weren't really doing shit. They were kind of like, you know,
the pandemic might have given them that opportunity because you got to figure, hey, if we can't go and do stuff like we normally could, no one can stop us from doing it, you know, from a DIY, you know, aspect. Yeah. Right. Look, the pandemic.
Here's my speculation.
Okay.
You know that I'll just say it again because I've said it before. I do not watch Juggalo content anymore. The only content that I watch is Shaggy, Keegan. I don't watch Juggalo YouTubers anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I got curious and I started looking up. Well, I couldn't even if I couldn't tell you their fucking name. So there's other people that are doing it, and all this is purely speculation. The speculation is that Renee got into it with Blase Rose.
Okay.
And supposedly like a drug problem, and Violent J's ex, who had passed away, was part of it. So all this shit was going on at the same time. And they're saying that's what probably was the reason why the podcast ended, because
it's convoluted as fuck, man, because there's a lot of elements. And you know, I've seen, like, maybe like you, I'm not watching YouTube content as much as I used to. But I'll be honest, I've kept up with a couple of channels, a couple of my homies, all right, people that I know in person, you know, people that I'm friends with, people that have invited me on their channels before. I watch. Well, actually, I don't watch, but I listen to Beneath the Dirt. And I haven't even been listening on YouTube. I've been listening to Beneath the Dirt on Spotify because
Never heard of it.
Well, when you I know when you listen to a video on Spotify, your phone can turn off, like the screen turns off and you can still hear it. When you watch a video on YouTube, your phone stays on, and I feel like it drains my battery quicker. And so I like Spotify for a podcast now, whereas I used to be more loyal to YouTube. But here we are, multi-streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. I mean, we're all over the fucking place. So this isn't even a fucking YouTube show anymore. This is a fucking, a multi-social media fucking bonanza type deal. But anyway, I digress. What was I even fucking talking about? Oh yeah,
podcast.
I watch Team MUJ. Those are my boys. They do. They're doing the Trash Fire thing right now. And next weekend they'll have their next edition of the Trash Fire competition. I'm shouting them out because they had me on their 2022 year in review episode a few weeks ago. I was happy to get the invite and show up for that. That was my first time on YouTube in many months. But I tell you, I've been actually wanting to get back to this for a while. I've been planning and plotting the return of the BeastMasteR show since late November. And I know what you're thinking. Why does it take that long for me to get my shit together and get the show going? Well, there's a two-part answer to that. One, I don't even have my shit together yet. And as per usual, I had to force myself to just do the show before I'm fucking ready. Otherwise, it would just never happen. You know what I mean? I feel like I'll never be ready because what I want to do is things that just takes a lot of behind-the-scenes preparation, graphics. I got this whole idea about doing a newscast where I got like the television, news anchor background, like the Weekly Freakly Weekly or the fucking Hatchet Action News or any other person that's done a fake fucking weather report with a green screen. I want to do that. And so you're going to get that. That is something that's going to happen. It's not going to happen today though, because if I actually wanted to get that going, let's just put it this way, man. I have a hard time going live because I stutter and I think and I got notes, but it comes off a little rough when you're live. Remember when we used to do podcasting way back in like 2012, 2013? We never went live. We used to do private hangouts. And then I would take them, download them, and I would edit them and shorten them up, tighten them up. I would take out the dead air. I would really filter out all the bullshit, and we'd get a nice short fucking podcast. And that is how we started doing this. And then eventually it became a challenge to myself to go live because I had a lot of anxiety about that, It's weird how that was fucking 10 years ago, bro. Can you believe that? 10 years ago, we were doing that shit.
I think, and I don't know if this fits into your rant, but I think like where YouTube kind of was like, this sucks. It's not the same Juggalo YouTube that it was.
No, it's gone through some evolutions for sure.
As much as I hate to say it, I do think CPN kind of had a hand in killing it, and not just him, but the people surrounding him, against or with him, all that had a major hand in just killing it. Because Carnival, let's be real, Carnival Spirits isn't what it once was, but it is. It still is. It's still around. People who sat side by side in the same room on one channel couldn't keep their channel up.
Very true.
And people,
very true.
And we've somehow kept it alive. You know, we got Don Chaos to thank for
Yep.
that.
Yep.
While we've been off doing our own thing.
Yeah, you know what? Thank you for reminding me. I got to give a shout out to Don Chaos. 100%. Don Chaos has kept this channel alive now, and he's been going strong with the Hours of Chaos podcast for years, and he's been consistent, and he pulls guests that surprise me sometimes. Like every once in a while, Don Chaos will pull a guest that I get jealous. I'm like, God damn, I want that dude on the BeastMaster show.
Right.
I love Chaos, man. Fucking, he has been holding it down for so long, and it really, million thank yous to him for that. I do remember Juggalos R Us. Juggalos R Us kind of stopped putting out content like right before Carnival Spirit started. So it's been a smooth decade since you've seen any Juggalos R Us content. I bet there's Juggalos watching right now that don't even know what that is because they weren't.
Wasn't that with like Black and Red Ted and Crazy and
No. You're
Which
thinking
one was
of
that?
Else. The Juggalos R Us was a couple of college dudes. This guy's name was Low the Juggalo. You don't remember them?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, we're talking about 10 years ago and 20 years ago when they were actually active, you know? But anyways, Don Chaos. I just want to give an extra special shout out to Don Chaos. That dude's my brother. You know, I think what I was ranting about earlier is that it's really sad to see people throw their lives away, to see people throw their legacies away, and to what you said, the community suffered when individuals that were influential in the community took that for granted, that it's a community and it's not just their fucking show. Like, even though it's their channel and it's their content and it's their video and it's the actual community that shows up for that content and the video and the, you know, that's the community. So when that channel disappears, the community is still there, and maybe it disperses. Some people, you know, will watch other things. Some people will stop watching. I mean, look, it's kind of nobody's business, you know. Like, we're all allowed to have a private life, but some of us choose to put our lives on blast and to live out loud like public figures with no fucks given, with no filters. And when you live like that, you open yourself up to all sorts of opinions and trolls and haters and dick riders. You know, you get fans, you get fucking frenemies. Like, it you know what it is? It's called a parasocial relationship. Okay, I feel that way about ICP. Like, I know them, like they're family. Like, because I've been paying attention to them for so long that I feel connected to them in a way that is probably not realistic. You know, I was watching CPN's videos for so long that I felt like I knew the guy because he shared a lot. And when you're in that type of relationship, it's not a real friendship. It's actually called a parasocial relationship. Look it up, parasocial. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say, but me and CPN had like a different type of relationship because, long story short, I had a friend that got shot and killed. And then he was like, dude, I got to talk to you. I was like, okay. He's like, it's weird looking at you because you look like my friend that fucking died. And I'm like, okay, kind of like trying not to be like rude about it, but I'm like, there's no way. I looked at the picture that he showed me.
He looked like you?
And he looked like me. I'm like, holy shit. So I don't know. It was just weird. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? you have that connection. Like I have my own personal relationship with CPN. I'm not trying to make this about him. He's a very public figure who very publicly kind of ruined his reputation on purpose, willingly, without anyone fucking making.
He got in his feelings about a girl. You never,
right.
when you're dealing with the girl, you go with logic, not with feelings.
Okay, well, it doesn't seem logical to me to throw away your YouTube channel just because a girl that you knew for a couple of years, because he had been YouTubing for over a decade. But I digress, man. This ain't about him, because I'm trying not to fucking put people on blast. There are people that have fucked up in life, and they've thrown away friendships. Like I've lost friends in the past year, and and it hurts. Like I think about people that I used to be close with, and it hurts, man. And I'm not here to fucking bitch and whine about that, but I am publicly saying that I am growing as a person. I am learning how to deal with my traumas and triggers. And so this whole time that I've been MIA from YouTube, I just want to let y'all know that I made a conscious decision not to throw my life away just because shit wasn't going my way. And just because I may feel slighted by people, certain people, I feel like, oh, I've been done dirty or whatever have you. Like I'm the type of person that's sensitive, and I take offense when I feel that people have fucked me over. But what I don't do, and what I've never felt comfortable doing, is retaliating in vengeful ways and, embarrassing people by exploiting things and, like doxing and all this crazy shit that people do when they're seeing red, and like it's cool to fucking jump online and expose, it like that's going to fix anything. I've seen people ruin their lives, and I fucking cringe thinking about some of the other people that I saw fucking get taken down last year. But I don't want to fucking dwell on that too much. I just want to say I'm trying to make a comparison. It's like I may be on fire sometimes, and I'm having fun doing this YouTube shit, but this is my hobby here. I don't get paid for this, and y'all don't support me financially. There's no obligation for me to fucking entertain y'all, and I actually don't even give a shit, because I had things twisted in my mind when I fucking tried to create an atmosphere of like a dozen plus juggalos all on one channel, everybody speaking their mind on different subjects, like videos where you just got like fucking all these different juggalos talking on things. Like we did a lot of collaborative projects. I fell in love with that. But one by one, everybody involved in these collaborative projects just fucking disappeared, stopped working with me, stopped caring. And maybe I fucking took it personal. And so in my attempt to keep the gang together, I push people away. Because I'm abrasive and can turn people off sometimes. So my whole thing is that I didn't want to fucking throw everything away just because stuff wasn't going my way. I had to reassess, and then I realized that I can't do anything for you. I can't do anything for you guys if my fucking house is not tended to. You feel me? So since the gathering. Since the last time you guys have seen me, I have been diligently focusing on bettering myself so that I can move forward and continue to do the things I love. One of them being this, okay? I just have a hard time chopping it up, having fun, socializing with juggalos when I have crises happening in my private life that I don't feel comfortable talking about publicly. So, I'm just kind of getting this out there now, this one episode, but you're going to see a lot of changes. You're going to see a lot of changes on the BeastMasteR, or at least on my end. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm going to be announcing some changes, and I hope you guys are down for the ride, because if you're not, then we're going separate ways, okay? Because I'm going to be doing something. and I'm going to invite y'all to join me. But it's not an obligation. You guys do not have to fucking support BeastMaster and the endeavors that I'm going to be attempting to take part in. But I'm just letting you all know right now that I'm not going to be going about this the same way that I always have. I'm going to be changing it up because I like to challenge myself. As soon as something becomes a routine, it becomes boring, you know? And for me, it's always exciting to get a special guest. I got to say, half of the enjoyment I get out of doing this is the preparation, designing the flyers and, you know, making the promo and putting images up on the screen that we can look at while we talk. You know, I wanted to have like, you know, Tom Wood's beautiful Bloody Sunday artwork on the screen so we can look at it while we're talking about it. And to me, that makes a video that I would want to watch. I'm trying to make a video that I would want to watch. You know what I mean? That's why I have strong opinions about what other people do because when I see someone doing something, it's either I like it or I don't like it. But when I take that information into my brain, I'm always applying it to my game. Like, can I do that? Or I should avoid that. Like that does not fucking work for me. So I'm going to do it differently than that. And I basically like process of elimination. You know, I see the way that things happen and I watch a lot of videos that aren't even Juggalo videos. And I get so inspired by them. And that's why I want to do this like fake newscast thing, because I want to talk about like new releases and music and albums and artists that are coming out and stuff, not necessarily shows. I kind of don't give a shit about concerts, like especially concerts that are out of state that I can't go to. Like, I don't understand. I don't think that it's not my obligation. I'm not Faygo lovers. Carnival Spirits isn't dedicated as a group of people. None of us have ever had the fucking fortitude to keep Juggalos like up to speed in a timely fashion. Like, you know what I mean? We just kind of share the shit that we like. We see something we like, we share it, we repost something. I mean, I'm just speaking in general terms. Like, we don't even have an actual there's no communication. All right. I don't have
that is way too real. There is no communication.
No, there's no communication. There's no crew. Okay. and that's the thing is that it was heartbreaking for me. You know what? I'm being fucking brutally honest. This is the type of shit I talk about behind the scenes.
Yeah.
When I'm not live. You hear me bitch about this all the time, how it sucks that there's so many people who rep Carnival Spirits but won't lift a finger to fucking actually put out any content. And so I gave up. I gave up trying to be the ringleader. It has put a bad taste in so many people's mouths. There are people out there that fucking talk shit on me, saying that I'm this fucking, you know, that I get fucking mad if you don't do this or that. Like, it's because it's really hard to fucking to keep an engine running, and you can only do so much by yourself. And apparently, I lack the appropriate people skills to keep people motivated or to you know, to, well, whatever it is. People don't enjoy doing what we had used to do, where, you know, it's never going to be the same again. And I have to readjust my expectations and make new goals for myself, since I can't have what I want. You know what I mean? And I've accepted that a long time ago. In fact, all this stuff is just flooding into my head because we're here talking about it now. But I'll tell you this, that the time that I've been offline, I have been spending that time focusing on my health, focusing on my finances, focusing on my personal safety. You guys know I traveled across the country. I drove over 3,000 miles from the East Coast, Massachusetts, all the way to the West Coast, to the Northwest fucking side, Portland, Oregon. That's where I live now. And this past year has been one of the toughest years of my life, living in a new state, new time zone, new everything. And I had a lot of goals, dreams, you could call them, that I was chasing. And then and then who said it? Ivy Killa said it. Life happens, okay? And I'll give you a couple just small tidbits of information, but ultimately, I'm going to steer away from sharing personal information like this in the future publicly. But last year, let's just do a quick 2022 recap, okay? Let's just do it that way. Last year, I turned 44 years old, and something about turning 44 meant something to me. You know, I won't even get into the reason why, but I feel like it's a pivotal. I don't know why I wanted to add extra syllable to that, but you know, I started a fitness journey a couple years ago, like right around the pandemic time. I started going to the gym. I hired a trainer, you know, a weightlifting trainer to teach me how to work out. and I would go to the gym like twice a week. I was doing that for like a year, and it was really, it was helping me a lot. Okay. This is something that I had really never done in my adult life. Exercise like that, you know, life changing, by the way. If anybody out there is feeling unhealthy, overweight, depressed, you know, down on your luck, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm not gonna turn into some sort of fucking health guru that thinks I can teach you how to fucking, you know, make everything better. But I will tell you this from personal experience: the very, very easy, short answer to pretty much all of your problems is going to be exercise and healthy eating. And I know that sounds like the lamest thing in the world, right? Because, you know, we're all juggalos. It's the underground fucking, you know, we're all fucking, I don't know. We're all fucking cool. And it doesn't seem like it's cool to talk that way, you know, to say like fucking eat your vegetables and, you know, get weekly exercise and whatnot. But the truth is that shit's saving my life, because I was falling apart physically. And when I moved to Portland, I stopped working out. And I think it was like a half a year went by, and I had reasons for stopping. It's because I was in a new environment and I had a new job, and a lot of the circumstances to my new living situation, it wasn't conducive to hire a trainer anymore. In fact, I knew that when I went back to the gym, I wasn't going to have a trainer. I've already been trained for like a year and a half. So this didn't happen until after the gathering. But I'll give you a quick rundown of some of the things that happened. I don't think I talked about this on my last episode of the BeastMaster show, where I had, you know, Juno Blaze was my guest. And yeah, what are you saying here? Half your life you've been a gym rat. Yeah, I can officially say in 2023, BeastMaster is a gym rat. It seems weird to say that, but it's true, because I don't skip a day. I don't go every day, but I have specific days of the week that I go to the gym, and I don't skip a day. I don't skip a workout. You know, there's a dedication that is required that I was not willing to fucking do before. And I think a lot of people are like that. Like, you can't tell somebody what to do if they don't want to do it. I found it's quite common that people will suffer, and they will continue to suffer, and they'll continue to dig their heels into bad behavior just to avoid the hard changes that they need to make in life. But you know what? A lot of you guys aren't as old as me. And I'm just saying that when you get here, when you get to 44, you just might see the light. But that's not always the case, because I've seen a lot of people throwing their, like I said, I see people throwing their lives away. Some people are doing it, not on YouTube, but it's sad. Okay. And since I can't help anybody, all I can do is fucking help myself. And that's what I've been doing. And I've been doing it with a fucking vengeance. Okay. I've been going to the gym. I've been working. I've been paying my bills. I had a scary moment after the gathering, like right after the gathering, my vehicle was broken into. My car was vandalized while I was at work. And it was so fucking expensive to fix the glass, to get it repaired. So I didn't have to drive around with a fucking garbage bag over my window and be exposed. And, and it was really disheartening because I was working somewhere in a bad part of town, and I was kind of stuck. I mean, unless I just quit, but I couldn't just quit because I need income, right? So I survived until I was eligible to get myself into a better location, and I was able to do that finally in the fall around Halloween time. Right around Halloween time is when I finally got myself out of that fucking shitty situation where I didn't feel safe because I was working somewhere where Portland's kind of fucked up, man. There are so many fucking tweakers and fucking just vandals and fucking criminal. I mean, there's the murder rate is up the fucking wazoo. It's fucking retarded, man. And I'm trying to find, my happy, working in the ghetto, risking having my livelihood stripped from me because, quite honestly, I couldn't afford to have my vehicle, vandalized multiple times. That shit was expensive to fix, So look, I'm just saying, I finally got myself into a safer neighborhood. I got a new job. I also bounced a rent check last year, and I was a little nervous about losing my apartment. It's rough, man. I've been holding it together. I've been focusing on making sure that I feel like that's the thing, is that if you're not on your game, you can lose it all. And I see a lot of people that feel like, or it seems as if when they're on the brink, they just lose their shit and they throw it all away. And I really hope that if anybody out there is struggling, that you do what you need to do and not just fucking give up, there's going to be a lot of, when I start talking about Bloody Sunday and I start talking about music, I'm gonna point out that it seems to be on trend lately. A lot of horrorcore rappers and a lot of underground artists. The subject matter is grim. Like I can't even tell you how many fucking songs motherfuckers are writing and albums they're putting out where they're rapping about killing themselves and self-harming. And I'm kind of not even here for it. Like, a lot of artists that I like, and I even enjoy the music, the sound is cool, but I hear what they're saying and I'm just like, ugh, I'm really not into it. It kind of turns me off. And then I hear Violent J. Some of the shit he says on Bloody Sunday is in the same vein, and I gotta say, like, that's the magic of Violent J. Like, for some reason, he can say shit that is dark as fuck. That makes me go, hey, like, oh, fuck, dude. That's
what I like about it.
And that's what I like about it too.
It's
so
a very
it's funny.
fucking dark album.
There's nuance, like, I'm sorry, like, I'm just not down with every motherfucker who's like, yeah, slit my throat, yeah, like, all right,
I can separate the two.
I know, I try.
I can listen to some dark shit, and like, if you're not the type that can separate it, don't listen to it.
Well, dude, trust me, like I said, there are artists that I like, even friends of mine, and they put this music out. And I think to myself, like, I really hope that this is your coping mechanism and that this helps you. But me, when I'm dealing with darkness and when I'm dealing with shit, like, I need to actually enjoy the music. Okay. I don't need to hear, I don't need to think about and have that shit embedded in my brain unless there's some sort of pleasure interwoven with it, like the beat, like the harmony, like the, you know what I mean? And plus, Violent J is very outspokenly positive. And I mean, remember when he was talking about putting out an album called Karma Forest, where the whole thing was like positive vibes and shit? Like, it's kind of funny that he went the opposite direction. He was going for Karma Forest, and then he just flipped the script and made Bloody Sunday instead, which is like the fucking opposite of Karma Forest, at least on paper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm losing track of the fucking
my only thing is that the whole thing's fucking dark, and then the last song, it's like, what the fuck? You know, there's just like a left turn. Some good pussy or whatever the fuck the song's called.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're going to get to that. That's the last track in the album, so we'll get to that last. But I really, really, really want to talk about Bloody Sunday. I feel like since it's been so long since we've been here, I might as well waste your time a little bit with some of my personal stuff. And like I said, you know, hitting a real honest to God midlife crisis when you're in your mid 40s, it is, in my opinion, a pivotal moment in my life. Okay. Because I've gone through a lot of tough times, and I always persevere because I'm fucking determined to live well. Okay. Like, I'm a hard worker. I've got work ethic. And when I put my mind to something, I cannot be stopped. And one of my problems, one of my weaknesses is that I got way too many fucking hobbies. And there's a artist that I watch sometimes on Twitch. You guys ever, you guys probably watch fucking people play video games on Twitch. I watch artists draw on Twitch. And this guy, he was talking about, it's like this metaphor. He was talking about his tendencies are like being an octopus with octopus arms, where one arm is doing something, and then all of a sudden another arm goes and does something else. And that's me. I'm always doing shit, and then I stop and I do something else. So over the course of the last year, let me just tell you a few things. One, I've been working diligently on my sophomore album, on my new rap album. I have been writing, I have been practicing, and I got to say, I'm very close. In fact, I'm more confident than I've ever been that a new BeastMasteR album is dropping, sooner than you think. But that's not all I've been doing, because I got octopus arms. Okay. And then one of my octopus arms has been fucking with visual arts. And I think I made this announcement. I can't even fucking remember because I don't rewatch my show, but I'm pretty sure I told y'all I had some pretty lofty intentions to creating a Juggalo comic strip. And I'm very happy to say that the outline and the game plan for that comic strip has been flushed out and very, very, I've been focusing. I've been drawing. I've been creating storylines. I have so many fucking ideas, and it's all about to happen. Ivy Killer remembers. And I got to say, I have a dream. It's been a lifelong dream to do a comic strip. And so this is what I am trying to do in my midlife crisis, is I'm trying to switch gears and put myself in the best possible position so that the second half of my life is spent doing what I love. And that's all I care about. I don't care about subscribers. I don't care about views. I don't care about your parasocial relationship with me. You could love me at 1 minute. You could hate me the next. You could be a dick rider, and then you could be a fucking dick. It don't matter to me, because you got to focus on you and your life, you know? And everyone out there has got their fucking problems, has got their struggles. You know that expression, everyone's fighting a battle? You know, be kind, because you don't know the secret battles that everyone's fighting. That's something I always think about, except I kind of don't. Sometimes I forget, and sometimes I probably fucking rub people wrong, because because do you remember that group, the Butthole Surfers? This is random. Do you remember that band, the Butthole Surfers?
It's funny. I gotta just like real quick. Me and my homie were at Hastings whenever they had fucking Hastings, and we're just going through like racks. And my friend's like, dude, what the fuck? Look at the title of this album. And it was the Butthole Surfers. I never heard their music. I mean, I heard a couple of songs here and there now, but at the time I'm like, what the fuck? The Butthole Surfers.
Back in 1996. Back in 1996, the Butthole Surfers put out an album called Electric Larryland. It's really, really dope. The album cover shows this kid with a fucking pencil jabbed in his ear and he's all bloody. And there's a song on there called Pepper. It's the hit. It's the single from that album. Does anybody remember the Butthole Surfers' Pepper? That fucking song? Sorry, I fucking forgot some of these. I don't know which of these I did or didn't put up on the screen. It's not my intention to skip anybody's comments, I promise. It's just I get fucking I get a little distracted. But there's a line in the song Pepper from the Butthole Surfers where he goes, "You never know just how you look through someone else's eyes." All right, anyways, I just think of that line because I heard that song recently. And that's going to tie into something that I'm going to be talking about and doing in the near future here. So the new routine in my life is I work and I work out. And it's little by little, it's changed my mentality. Like I don't want to be that guy that comes up on YouTube. Like, I'm not a fucking influencer. Am I an influencer? Like, is being an influencer something you choose to be, or is it just something you are because people are fucking influenced by you, whether you like it or not? I don't know. I feel like there's some people that desire to be an influencer and they try hard to be one. And then I feel like I'm like doing everything I can.
Shout out to Boy Blue.
I'm like kind of an influencer, but I'm like a reluctant one. Like I don't enjoy, like, I don't know, like pimping myself out or whatever. Like I kind of hold back, you know? Like, I don't want to post every day. I don't need to fucking get the endorphin rush of likes and comments every fucking day like maybe I used to, or maybe other people thrive on that shit.
It's been really nice being away from YouTube, I gotta say. Not doing videos or fucking worrying about any of that shit. Is that video that I took fucking 12 hours for gonna get likes, and then you get 1 like, 15 views, and you spent 12 hours on it? You know what I mean?
Well, I agree. There is a frustration when you work hard on something that goes unrecognized, and so I can understand that. And I guess maybe some people feel differently, you know. Some people just they don't give a fuck. Some people, they really give a fuck. They really want views. They want attention. They will go to the extent to post clickbait. You know, they'll be like, ooh, everyone's gonna do this. Yeah. You know, that's a mentality, right? That's like a gimmick. That's a trick. Like let me put the right words in this title, and let me say the right thing that will make this video blow up. Like,
remember, I used to do the opposite. I would fucking purposely title my videos so no one does see them, and then get mad when they don't.
I know you did. And, you know, in a way, I kind of do that too. I mean, look, I've been going live every Saturday afternoon has been the title of the live stream for how many fucking episodes, and goddamn, do we bury content under that fucking title. Like,
we'll never find it. We would have to go through hours and hours of shit.
I know, it's kind of sad. Imagine how big this channel would be if I actually tried to exploit myself the same way other people do. I don't
We
feel
could have.
comfortable doing it.
We could have, but
I guess,
that that's not what we were about.
Well, it's not what I'm about, but I tell you what. After all right, it's been since, let's just say, November, around Halloween. November is when I started going to the gym on a regular basis and started kicking my ass. See, this is the best part about it, is that what I've been doing for myself doesn't benefit anybody else, except it does if I have the fortitude to go live and do this right now, because I was not capable of doing this right now when I was in a bad mental state. So for everybody who missed me and wants me back on YouTube, you're welcome. You're welcome that I didn't get bitter and fucking throw it all away, because I'll be honest, there was a point that I wanted to, and I came very close to never coming back. You guys almost never saw me again. Almost. But the thing is that I'm still very much in love with the Dark Carnival, and I got to say that I might even have a reputation of being a little bit narrow focused and like just ICP, and I don't give a fuck about much else, and that's almost true. But honestly, in the past year, this is something I've been excited to share with y'all. Not because I think you care, but it's because this is something that I've been doing that I actually have been excited to share, because I don't want to share everything. I would like to keep a little bit of privacy in my personal life, you know? So I'm not going to answer that question. I think somebody asked me earlier. I saw a question and I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to answer that. Because I don't want to share personal information publicly that's none of your business, that type of thing. Like, I'd like to have my privacy, but I'd also like to have this forum where we can talk about the things that are on the table, like music. And okay, so one of the things I've been doing last year is I've been doing deep dives. I think I told you this even last year. I've been doing deep dives on artists that I felt like I've been sleeping on. And I really enjoy doing that, because I have discovered so much music. And you guys will laugh at me because some of this music has been out for decades and decades. It's like fucking album chart topping fucking releases. And I never fucking heard a lot of it. And I don't even know like if this is even something you guys care about, but it was my own fascination and curiosity and kind of feeling like, you know, it's been all these years. There's all these artists that I sleep on and I get curious about them. So I decided, let me go down the rabbit hole and listen to, so randomly I started a couple of years ago with the Wu-Tang Clan. Remember I told y'all? I listened to every single Wu-Tang Clan album and every single Wu-Tang Clan member's solo album in chronological order that they came out. And it took me like 2 months. And it was awesome. It was awesome. You know, you got like, obviously, the RZA, the Jizza, ODB, Ghostface Killer, Master Killer, Raekwon, You God, Inspector Deck. Did I say Method Man? Dude, so much music, right? And I say there are other artists that I'm a fan of, but they got so much music that I'm unfamiliar with. So I was like, let me check out Atmosphere's catalog. He's got a lot of albums, and I've heard a lot of them, but I didn't really know his early shit. Like his first few albums were off my radar. So I would do that. I would go back and I'd just start listening to every album Atmosphere put out, or Aesop Rock, you know? And then last year, I went nuts and started doing that with tons of artists. All right. I'll give you a rundown of some of the artists. And when I name an artist here, what I mean is I listen to every fucking album they put out like in order, like so I like if an artist put out 10 hours worth of music, like fucking, you know, 10 albums or 20 albums, whatever, I listen to them like just continuously, you know, while I'm at work. And I did that with let's see, Sir Mix-a-Lot last year, you know, before the gathering. I wanted to bone up on Sir Mix-a-Lot's music before I seen him live.
Everybody, when they think Sir Mix-a-Lot, they think, oh, whatever that fucking dumb.
Baby Got Back.
Fuck no. I don't think about that song. I think of You Can't Slip.
That's a good one.
When I think of Sir Mix-a-Lot, I think of You Can't Slip.
Nice.
That's a badass song.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Oh shit. What do you go here? Juno Blaze. How do I train? I'll talk about my weightlifting later. I'll answer your question on that.
Just while we're taking it real quick.
Yeah.
I might take off here in about 23 minutes.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I actually need to I need to take a leak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a little musical interlude, and then we'll jump into the Bloody Sunday stuff. So that way you can be here for that. Okay. And we'll get that out of the way.
Okay.
And, you know, I don't need to sit here and list all the artists that I fucking did deep dives on yet, but I'm going to. That's going to be a new segment where I'm going to actually talk about the deep dives that I've taken. And there are some there. For example, Griselda is a artist group, an outfit that I have not yet taken the deep dive on, but they're on my list. I'm going to get to the Griselda eventually. West Side Gun, yeah, that's another one that I haven't.
I thought they were just making shit up.
No, no, these are fucking rappers, man. He's giving me suggestions.
You know, I've kind of fell away from rap.
Benny the Butcher. These are all rap. These rappers all rap together. It's like naming like everyone on Psychopathic, naming all those dudes. They're all the same fucking crew, right? They all from Buffalo, New York. I don't know. All right, Panic. I'm gonna throw up the. I'm just gonna take us off screen for a minute. All right. We'll take a musical interlude. We'll come back, and then we'll get into Bloody Sunday real soon, guys. All right. And I mean, that's the fucking main event of the show. There is a few more announcements I want to make. Cause like I said, I got some lofty plans. I got some new goals, and I'm going to be launching something new. And so that's what I'm going to announce at the end of this episode. But until then, let me grab a short video. Yo, here's a clip of Hex live last year on the Wicked Warlords tour. Peep right in the beginning of this video where he shouts me out in the crowd. It's fucking epic. Check it out.
Yeah. West Coast wicked shit. Yeah, shout out to BeastMasteR in the motherfucking house. Yo, oh, they told you how to pod. I'ma teach you how to die. Got the pot of weed ass for me in the gang stock. Bitch, happy suicide. If you tryna fuck with I've been living on that bitch. When you make me west side, I'll be chilling getting high. I've been smoking cherry pie. So you know my rappers like 4 stars my night. Look, it's smoking light. 100%. So much that I know it's all X the chef. This all G-Max. Got my stripes out. You know this fuck that. Keep the bitches wet. Let me twist up no dough. They ain't always my phone. The nigga like bitch. Got to be sucking no dildo. Military dog and I'm moving through the grave. Moving like a wave with shadows all over my face. It's like kind of place. Smoking through the death rate. See, I tell them all. That shit's like your change. You know that? In the 90s, I was a kid. Growing up in the 70s, so it was a twin. But now I'm rocking like this. Still fuck up big. Yeah. Tell them no. Put the motherfucking guns up right now, like. So I can't get here, put them up. I'm all that West Coast with the shit. Voices in my head trying to deal with. So I keep the head with the full fist. West Coast with the shit. West Coast with the shit. West Coast.
bitch walk, just got off with stuff. Pussy, you ain't talk, you ain't really about it. I can't get ass, fast pull up. I doubt it, and I ain't on the freeway, yo, bitch, in my lap. All this rap shit, got that pussy fucked. All facts, no cap, hey man, what the fuck? When that walk up, I'm out be full up. I got one I'm trying to deal with, so I took that blood lit. Top pill, so let's get some dope split. You want that whole shit, how you go swing? Look, that's how you get your down split. Look, in the 90s I was a kid, growing up in the 70s, so it wasn't true. But now I rock it like this, but it's still fuck a bitch. You already know, man. See my kids get dead. I'm on that West Coast with your shit. What's in my head trying to deal with? Come on, come on, come on. West Coast, take a shit. West Coast, take a shit. West Coast, take a shit. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Y'all having a good time tonight, brother? I love y'all. Cry love. I stay away. You gotta stay away. And repeat after me on this next one, alright? Yeah. West Coast, take a shit. 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 West Coast, take a shit.
We are back. That was a smoke break and a half. All right. Sorry. First hit of the night. All right. So, like I said, we're going to get in some bloody Sunday conversation, but I just wanted to let y'all know that I have intentions on talking about a lot more music than just ICP. That might be a change for me. I don't typically do that. I mean, maybe I have like talked about new releases coming out, but I've been expanding my horizons, Panic. I've been listening to different people. I've been checking out other artists. I've been exploring other underground artists and really enjoying some of the stuff that I've found. And it, you know, not for nothing, there's a lot of people that are really going hard, you know? I mean, Hex is one of them, you know, being on Chapter 17, Ouija Mac's label, and, you know, being affiliated with Psychopathic doesn't hurt. Obviously, those guys have fucking got a lot of fucking traction. And if you were at the gathering this year and you saw, you know, Ouija Mac and Hex's performances, like, you probably, if you've ever seen them live, you know it's a good time. And, you know, they got a really good live set. They got good music. I'm really enjoying the production coming out of that fucking scene, talking about the Darbio Trills and the Shaggy the Airheads and even the DJ Chunks out there fucking just making it fun. You know, those guys are really talented. I'm a big fan. You know, shout out to Darbio Trill, shout out to Will Gates.
You know, actually, I don't know when it was, whenever the fuck it was, I started listening to Ouija Mac a little bit more. It started off with Fill the Space, and then I listened to...
That's on Stalewind.
Yeah. And then I listened to the Problem Children album. I think that's what it's called.
Problem Children, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I'm not going to say that I listen to everything Ouija does because some shit is just too Ouija for me. But
I'll tell you what, man. It was last year, right before Stale Wind came out, that Ouija Mac was like, hey, everybody, when I first got signed to Psychopathic, I was planning on killing myself and putting out The Dark Fucking Planet as a posthumous album after he's dead. And He's like, but I changed my mind and I changed the name of my album from Still Wind to Stale Wind, and I choose life. And when I fucking heard that, I was like, God damn. Can you imagine that what if universe? You know, like Marvel Comics do a what if universe.
Yeah.
What can you imagine? Ouija Mac gets the record contract. He puts out the elements, right? You got Trash Fire, Gutter Water, Wasteland, Stale Winds. Then he commits suicide and puts out an album called Dark Planet. To me, I went back and listened to all those albums and I fucking cringed at every fucking suicide reference on every fucking track that Ouija put out over the past couple of years. And I didn't just listen to the elements. I listened to all the side albums, you know, all the fucking, the Zodiacs and the Pretty Uglies and look, I fucking love the music. And that shit is fucking hype and it's dark and a lot of it is comedy. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, if that is a gimmick, it's the edgiest fucking gimmick I've ever fucking seen that I see so many people buying into it. And I just think, like, how close did we come to an actual mass suicide? Like on the whim
right.
of fucking of an artist, a real influencer. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying that is fucked up if it's true. And it's even more fucked up if it's a kayfabe. You know what I mean? Like, it makes me uncomfortable because back in the day when the 6th was actually a mystery, you had motherfuckers that were speculating what's going to happen when the end consumes us all.
Yeah.
Remember on, what was it? Oh, shit. Fucking scratch my fucking brain here. Was it Dark Lotus, Black Rain? Is it the song called Jump Off where Violent J even fucking says it in the lyrics of that song? He's like, is ICP going to kill themselves when the 6 drops? Like, you know, because that was a fucking rumor. Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah.
I mean, that right there is an example of ICP breaking the fourth wall and rapping about the realness that's going on around them and not just rapping about their fantasy vigilante, wicked clown, Southwest Detroit, Delray murdering motherfuckers.
I had thought I had got into it too late, and I'm like, well, you know, the 6 is going to drop and it's over and that's it.
Right. So that's what I mean. We didn't know if they were going to retire. We didn't know. We just didn't know. We didn't know. And since then, it's been almost like a model where other artists who, look, I'm not going to put words in people's mouths, so don't fucking shoot the messenger. I'm just saying it's obvious that artists are fans of ICP, influenced by ICP, in some cases mentored by ICP, okay? Like, you got motherfuckers that have, like, they make their whole career selling music to ICP's fan base. Okay. And I'm not calling anyone out. I'm just saying everybody has to fucking acknowledge that someone did it first and someone made it look easy and someone fucking made a killing and everybody wants to get their fucking slice of the pie. Somebody out there fucking blazed a trail, and that somebody is Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope. All right. And the way that they promoted themselves with their whole shoot wrestling interview, like, hey, brother, fucking fuck, like every other word, you know, they come on Howard Stern's show, and that's not fucking Joe Bruce. That's not Joe and Joey. That's Jay and Shaggy. They're promoting their concert coming out or their album dropping, and they got a public persona. You know, on the fucking movie, The United States of Insanity, Violent J's mother is being interviewed. And she talks about the differences between Violent J and Joe Bruce. That to me blew my mind. That in that movie.
Yeah, I still never even. I haven't watched that.
You haven't watched that movie? God damn you!
I told you, dude. Like, I fell the fuck out of everything.
All right. Well, don't tell me that. Tell me that off camera, man. We're live.
Fuck it. Fuck it. What are they gonna do?
I know. No. Honestly, you got to check that movie out. It's a great watch, and And not for nothing, my name's in the credits at the end because I submitted footage during the Juggalo March concert performance with my GoPro. And Tom Putman emailed me and asked me if he could use part of my footage. And so there's a little bit of my fucking camera footage. The shit that you can see on the BeastMaster Was Here YouTube channel, and that shit's in the movie.
Hmm.
And I fucked up by telling him I just gave him my real name. It doesn't even say BeastMaster. It doesn't, it just says, it actually says my real name in the credits. So I tell you what, Juggalos, if you know my real name, if you're friends with me on Facebook, and you actually can find my name in the credits of the United States of Insanity, fucking, you get a fresh point. I got nothing for you though. Where I fucking? Oh yeah, I was talking about Ouija Mac deciding at the very last minute, like 2 albums before his fucking demise, that I guess I'll live. I guess I won't kill myself and make a spectacle out of my suicide. Like it's mind blowing to me because that probably was a huge influential moment for hundreds and hundreds of depressed kids that are probably like, yeah, I'm going to choose life too. You know what I mean? Like, fuck right. Yeah. So whoever's lives got saved by that fucking play, bless your heart. Maybe you should fucking put a blessed on your other fucking forehead, Ouija, because you are blessed. You're blessing all of us with freshness. I'm not talking shit. I'm a fan of the music. Although I had a hard time listening to Problem Children because it was way too suicidal for my fucking taste. Like,
I guess I like dark shit.
I do too. I do too. That's what I'm saying. The beats are bumping. Like, I love, sometimes the hook is the best part. Like, when the song is hitting, it's hitting. But every time I hear a line, and it's like, trust me, when you're trying to fend off the demons, like, sometimes you gotta fucking, that's what I'm saying. It's musical therapy. It's dark. It gets to the core of the issue.
Like all the like party weed. Your suicide is my party weed songs.
You sir are a juggalo.
I can't fuck with it. I don't give a fuck about partying or weed.
All right, hold on. Let me catch up with the chat because we're fucking talking about some dark shit. Juice WRLD. Did Juice WRLD commit suicide? I don't even know how he died.
Basically, that fool's always fucking pilled out. I mean, I'm not.
No. I don't get me wrong. I know he's dead. I just didn't know how he died. Like I always assume these guys are dying on drugs. I
think he overdosed. Like, I'm not a fan of him, but.
Well, there's a difference because you could be reckless and overdose without trying to kill yourself. But look, all I'm saying is that I hope I'm not triggering anybody, because when I'm just admitting that I am easily triggered when it comes to stuff that I'm affected by, and people that I know are affected by it. And I've lost way too many friends that, maybe it's like it's a hot button subject in general because the rates are up right now in general. You know what I mean? Like we're living in a sick time right now. So the music is reflective of the times. All right. And that being said, Violent J's Bloody Sunday is some of the fucking sickest, twisted, no pun intended, fucking Violent J is really fucking a wordsmith. And he's telling stories like he never has. Well, no, he's done it a million times before, but he's on point with these songs.
I think this album was like, because a lot of people had been doubting them for a while.
Oh, you don't say.
For
doubting
fucking
them for
years.
A while.
Every time a fucking card comes out, there's people, whatever, they lost it. This was basically like a fuck you. Here.
All right, I'll tell you a couple pivotal moments in the Juggalo history that I feel ICP's music came out like despite the fucking the tone of you guys don't have it anymore, you fell off, or you're not about it, or what, you know. I gotta say, because they really started getting kickback, people were unhappy with the music. Like, it wasn't up to par. It's like, if as long as it keeps getting better and better, you're happy. But if a song or an album isn't as good as the last one, then you fucking suck, you know? I mean, that's the attitude out there. People are fucking harsh. Anyways, I feel like the Opaque Brotherhood was the album that kind of was like, yo, fuck you to all you shit talkers, even though it's a Dark Lotus album.
Oh yeah.
Like, but that was a time when people were just fucking shitting on ICP's music. But guess what, guys? Dark Lotus is ICP's music. So I don't. Violent J's parts, Shaggy's parts are like some of the best shit they've ever done, in my opinion, on that album. Now, I'm not going to front. Jamie Madrox and Monoxide's parts on that album are some of the best shit they've ever done too. Like, it's just a dope fucking album. The Opaque Brotherhood. I'm fucking vouching for it right now.
That Reverse song. That's one of my favorites.
I love how people just fucking generalize, right? Be like, that album, it's trash. Like, really? Like, one fucking critique of a whole, like, 17 tracks. Like, each song has like multiple verses and bridges and hooks, and sometimes a really good song is even better because when you listen to it at the very end of the song, they do something sonically or musically to like play it out that is so pleasing to the ear, but you have to hear the whole song through, and then you hear it one time at the end. It's not something that repeats like the hook. I'm not talking about ICP only. I'm talking about in general, songwriters. Like, some of my favorite songs in the world are songs that reach a climax, And yeah, I mean, I could talk fucking for hours and hours about the music that I'm passionate about. I feel like Bloody Sunday. All right, let's just start fresh right here. Boom. Bloody Sunday review. All right, let's do this. I think this is an instant classic.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Violent J's third solo album. I would even be as confident to say this might be his best solo album. Look, Wizards of the Hood is a whole monster of a concept that, like, to recreate that, like, he's trying to recreate that with Walking Home. I don't know if Walking Home is ever going to get finished. Like, when I first heard about Bloody Sunday, yeah, as a project, Walking Home sounds great on paper. Each song is a day of the week. Each day you walk home and encounter different people, and I'm sure there's going to be reoccurring characters. I mean, even got like Tier Diaz as a character in the fucking story, and you get one song with a comic book and a hat and a backpack. I got the backpack. I bought the fucking single, and I'm here for it. But Tuesday can't get here soon enough. And I honestly thought he just gave up and was like, fuck it, I'm jumping to Sunday. Like, he must have been writing this story. And when he got to Sunday, he was like, oh, this is so good. I can't waste everybody's time with fucking Tuesday through Saturday. I just got to drop fucking Bloody Sunday. So I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that. But I only listened to Walking Home like once or twice, like, not because I don't like it, but, some songs, they just get played and, and then you're done with them, and maybe they make it they don't get into constant rotation, Right. I think a lot of songs on Bloody Sunday are going to forever be in the mix of constant rotation, like the upper echelon of ICP songs. A lot of these songs on this album, I feel like I think they should be ICP songs because it sounds like Shaggy's voice would be perfect in some of the hooks and some of the, and then I realized, no, that's Jay. If this is all Jay and there's no Shaggy at all, it's really no different than half the ICP songs we love anyways, because Jay puts out plenty of solo shit on ICP records. So that being said, you listen to these songs, sonically, I can't tell the difference between these songs and an ICP song in the era of Yum Yum Flower. Like some of these songs,
That was kind of one of my like deals. I'm like, man, I wish we had more Shaggy on Yum Yum Bedlam.
Dude, I'm not saying it is, but I'm saying that these songs could have been plucked from the Whoa, the Weeping Weirdo. Like, you know what I mean? Because the songs from Pug Ugly and the songs from
Pug
what was the first one? Wicked Vic. You know, these are all songs of the Yum Yum era. Okay, when they put out the Marvelous Missing Link, Lost and Found, they had a outtakes album, right? Or they had the missing, you know, and then they had another album called The Phantom. And what's the fucking difference between songs that are on an album called The Phantom and songs that are on an album called Outtakes and songs that are on an album called Lost or Found, when at the end of the day, it is an entire body of a whole catalog of music that was done during the mid 2010s. Okay, they are the hardest working. Well, I don't know, maybe they used to be the hardest working. There's a lot of hard working motherfuckers out there, but ICP works effortlessly to put out music that we fucking absorb and it becomes ours. You know what I mean? Like the music that we love, it's a part of us. We got it fucking tatted on our skin. We fucking rep it on our clothes. We become obsessed with it, you know? And so you come, like I said, it's a parasocial relationship where I've been listening to Violent J since 1996, just listening to him, listening to all the shit he's putting out. And so now I know at this point in my life where I'm in my mid 40s and the Duke of the Wicked is a 50-plus-year-old speaking about murder, speaking
is he
about
50 already?
Dude, he's over 50.
Damn.
Come on. Bro, how old are you? Where you been?
Yeah, that's true.
You think he's not going to age like the rest of us? He's always been fucking a good 5, 6, or 7 years older than me. All right, but listen, like, yeah, time flies. Time flies when you live in life, man. I absolutely don't know how to reconcile with like the overload of information coming out of like Psychopathic and artists that they've had falling outs with, and you know, label wars, and you know, masters and concerts, and you know, diss tracks and subliminals, and just all this stuff that's been encompassing our lives over the past 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. God damn, it's been like 5, 6 years now of this bullshit, you know, the divide or whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah.
I don't give a fuck about any of that anymore. Like, I have such a fucking fatigue over giving a fuck over any of it. Like,
you know, I know it wasn't
like, I just don't care about any of it.
I know it wasn't a popular opinion. I never gave a fuck that Twisted never showed up to the march or whatever. I never gave a.
Well, good for you, man. That would have made my life a lot easier if I didn't give a fuck, because that shit has been eating away at me for fucking years.
I hate the direction that they're going. Yeah, they've always done rock.
Panic. You're taking this in the wrong direction, all right? I'm not trying to talk about Twisted. I'm saying I don't care about the feud. You know?
Scotty Balls. Sorry.
Look, ICP is going to take their jabs. When they do, I'm going to enjoy it, because I enjoy when ICP does the lyrical job that they are paid to do. Okay, here's what I mean by that. Back in the Mighty Def Pop era, they did some really fun fucking diss tracks. They did the Dog the Bounty Hunter track, right?
Yeah.
Dog Hunters.
Superstar.
They did Shooting Stars. Remember
Shooting
Stars?
There you go, Superstar. Yeah,
fucking
Shooting Stars.
Getting Chris Brown at the fucking Oscars. Like, come on. That's awesome.
Where's God?
Look, there are times when ICP feel a little righteous, where they're leaning into the, you're gonna get your karma, and they're gonna fucking take out motherfuckers that are getting away with it. That's like a fantasy vigilante thing. But there's other times where Violent J, maybe like they take shots at people and it almost seems unfounded, like what do you have against Britney Spears? Like why you gotta fucking make fun of like sometimes when you diss someone on a track, it's like it's a personal thing and it doesn't even need to make sense. Like it's not because, oh, you're a bigot, you're a racist, you're a wife beater. It's just yo, me and you got personal beef, and I'm gonna drag your name through the mud on my track to make you look stupid in front of your fans. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes it's actually petty. Okay. Okay. So here, let me give you an example. What the fuck does Violent J personally have against Jada Pinkett Smith? Because he takes a shot at her in one of these tracks. I forget which one it is. It's Clown Blood. All right.
I guess I never caught on that one.
Oh, well, I'm glad we're having this talk because I'm going to bring that up, man. It's fun things like that, where I was waiting and waiting and waiting for someone to make a Will Smith, Chris Rock, Oscar slap reference in a song, because that just felt like that was going to get addressed by somebody at some time, and it was really fucking cool because the same day that Clown Blood hit Spotify, I heard the song, I heard the line, I was like, yes, Violent J did it. He did what I wanted him to do. He referenced that, right? And he did it in a way I never would have thought, by dissing Jada Pinkett Smith, calling her a bald bitch. Because that right there, it correlates. It's like, yes, that's Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith being bald, called her G.I. Jane. That is such a fucking lame joke. G.I. Jane is a fucking it's a fucking Ridley Scott movie. Ridley Scott, he directed fucking Alien. And then he made G.I. Jane, starring Demi Moore. Demi Moore used to be married to Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis just been diagnosed with dementia.
Right.
He fucking retired from acting. Sorry for that side tangent, but fucking Jada Pinkett Smith getting the business on Clown Blood. But guess what? Someone actually did an even better job. I forget the name of the rapper, but he's got a track with Snoop Dogg. And Snoop Dogg and this dude released a song that has a whole fucking a bar referencing Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. And that shit came out at the same time as Clown Blood. I just thought that was fucking amazing. I was waiting all year for somebody to make a fucking reference to it, and it happened in 2 songs at the same fucking time. Snoop Dogg and Violent J both coming in neck at neck. I wish I had the name of that song. I'll find it for you guys later. All right, the intro to Bloody Sunday. All I got to say is that I wish they called it something else besides the intro, because it's practically a fucking song.
Yeah.
It should have a name. It's just kind of like underwhelming when you have it bumping and it just says intro, because it's such a dope fucking track. It's produced by Devereaux. Shout out Dev. I just wish it had a better name. I don't like the title, but it's a fucking great track, So we're going to start this off with a criticism. Fix your track titles, but shit.
Speaking about, this is not necessarily Violent J, but it's kind of on the spectrum. Shaggy is having people name his solo album on the Shaggy show.
Oh, he's doing a name contest?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a contest, or I guess you could call it a contest. But yeah, you can name the album. What I was thinking, since Violent J's album's purely dark, I think I would like to see Shaggy's album be the total opposite. I don't know why. I think that would be pretty cool. I mean, but I don't give a fuck. Whatever he does is good. But
Well, all right. I already said it now. Some of these songs I really feel like they could have been ICP tracks, like, and I could almost like hear Shaggy like in the hook or in the background, or you know what I mean? Like I feel like these songs could have worked. But if Jay did these on his own, you know, if these are his effort alone and Shaggy's not involved, then it is what it is. They're Violent J solo songs, but that's like there really is no difference. Like it doesn't sound like an inferior product to an ICP song. These songs, like, you know,
yeah,
just in my opinion, like they're that good.
I'm just glad we have new music.
I am too, and you know, maybe in a way, like, you know, I get super hype about ICP and apparently about solo Violent J now, but the truth is I get hype listening to other music too. It's just we don't have a fucking YouTube channel dedicated to other rappers, and so I feel like where everyone's chasing the fandom and everyone's trying to get like a movement going for their own music and their own labels. Again, ICP are the fucking trailblazers, the ones that fucking did it first and did it. Look, they just did it in a fucking massive way. And kind of like when it comes to fucking, you know, pulling the string, Panic might be gone. So if that's the case, I'll finish my rant. Thank you for joining me, though. You know, motherfuckers are just trying to get their slice of the pie. You know what I mean? And there's I guess there's such a thing as like, oh, he's back. There is such a thing as like, what's up?
Yo.
There could be such a thing as like having when you come to what do you call it when you peak? You know, after you peak, everything you do just kind of dwindles down. ICP has never really like handled themselves where they act as if they're going to keep going until the wheels fall off, you know, like they're just going to keep releasing music. There's so much energy and life in Bloody Sunday that, like, I honestly feel like Jay sounds so good on this, even though his voice has changed and he sounds older and he's got the high voice and the low voice and he's using both of them masterfully like an instrument. It's not like Jay has become an old man that can only rap a certain way anymore. He's clearly demonstrated that he has the range and ability to do it on command. And look, I'm a fan of this shit. So you can't come at me and say, but the songs are off key or he's singing up. Like, dude, he does that shit on purpose. And guess what?
Yeah.
It's pleasing to my fucking ears. I like it. And he's not that's actually an artistic choice. If you listen to actual fucking singers, like there's many cases of a singer who will sing off beats and prolong and stretch out a vocal like on purpose. It's almost like freestyling, you know, like Leonard Cohen does it all the time. And he's got background singers that are singing on tempo, and then he comes in and sings it off tempo, and it creates this magic. Okay.
I don't know what song it is, but I know there's a song on that album where he's almost rapping with the newer quick style.
Okay, and you're talking about the newer style. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, with that, the quickness, whatever you want to fucking call it.
I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, chopping. I don't know. Not chopping. It's not chopping.
Chopping's not new.
Yeah, it's not chopping. I don't know. But anyways, he's rapping the newer style, and this time it sounds good. I can't remember. There was another time when he rapped with Ouija like that. It did not work. Obviously, he's been working at it, so he got better.
Are you talking about on I bet I know what song you're talking about. The
Was it Galoshes?
No, Diamonds, bro. I bet you're talking about Diamonds.
Something.
Dude, that's an awkward fucking flow from Jay on Ouija Mac's Gutter Water, I think. But I just seen a lot of people hating on that. All right, let's talk about the title track, guys. Bloody Sunday. I feel like this song came out so good that that's why it became a fucking album. Because this is a fucking awesome song. It came out so good. It's such a powerful song. I don't expect anybody to actually this just came out. We're all still digesting it. I took some notes. I wanted to remind myself what it was that I fucking liked about some of these songs. And, in a way, it kind of reminds me of Hell's Pit, stuff like Burning Up, where he's just describing all these different types of people, like all walks of life, and they all got one destination. You know what I mean? And and so in this case specifically, Violent J has created this whole. If you look at the album cover for Bloody Sunday, it's all these bodies, right? And it looks like they're all in a mass grave. It's like they're all piled up, like it's a fucking Holocaust. They're all red. It's all women and men and children. And if you actually look in the upper left-hand corner, that's Violent J without face paint, sprawled out with his arm like this. And Violent J is on the album cover. So I got to say, it's on purpose, man. Like, Violent J has always put himself on the cover of the album. He's on the cover of, Wizard of the Hood. His face, big old smiling face with the knife coming through the door as if he was Jack Nicholson, in The Shining. And in this case, he is actually one of the bodies in the pile, right? On the song Bloody Sunday, it's just so dope the way he says time creeps by slow. He mispronounces the word suffocate. He always says suffocate. He's done that before. I like that callback. And then just the end of the hook is really cool. He says, the cycle will never end. You finally make it to the end of the night, and then it's Sunday morning again. Just like every day I die. It's like being stuck in hell,
Right.
All right, but I don't know who produced this one. It's a fucking awesome song. I just love every time he says, Bloody Sunday, on fucking Bloody Sunday. Sometimes he's hitting it, saying it fast, saying it slow, like saying it when you don't expect him to say it. And then every single fucking instance of every death or every fucked up occurrence. Starting off with ladies getting their faces blown off, right? I like how most of these people have fucking names. That's why it reminds me of Burning Up, because he come up with these characters. Oh, thank you. It's just Migs. I don't have my hard copy in my hands yet. It's probably out in my mailbox right now. Everybody else seems to have theirs. Jeez. Straight Jacket trying to claim the cred for helping Ouija glow, but stupid, goofy for chilling with light. Wait a minute. You don't like light? You know what I just heard today for the first time? Scotty Balls sent me a copy of a version. It's on JT Clark's YouTube channel. But Fearless Fred Fury, the song Fury. Dude, there's a version featuring light on the third verse.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would they fuck it up?
I don't know. I took that wrong. You're a bunch of hating Juffs.
Yeah. You heard
All right. You got
heard
me.
It first here.
Well, they fucked up one way or the other. I don't know. All right, hold on. Back it up. Stop for a second, okay? Dude, what is up with fucking everybody trying to fight Violent J? I don't know, man. I watched a clip of One Man Crew on the Dead Man Show talking about how he wanted credit for his production, I think, on Yum Yum's Lore. I don't know what song it was that he produced. Maybe I'm not 100% sure what he's mad about, but he obviously got like excommunicated from Psychopathic, and he produced like a whole fucking album's worth of music for Yum Yum Bedlam that didn't get used. Do you remember he released all the beats like the very next day or the same?
Is that the guy that was with Light?
I don't know, dude. That's Straight Jacket. I'm talking about someone else, man.
Oh, okay.
Keep
I
up.
don't know all these fucking
One man crew. I said it. One man crew. He's a producer. Like, and well, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then it's fine. But he's literally talking about trying to fight Violent J, like trying to go to Detroit and meet up and throw dukes.
Speaking about that, I don't mean to. It's within the same realm.
Yeah, well, you're throwing me off my fucking.
Go ahead.
Off my train of thought, man. Like I didn't even. All I'm saying is that these motherfuckers are all trying to fight Jay. Like the dude's in his 50s. He's got a heart problem, and y'all are lining up trying to fucking throw hands. Like I just don't know. I just don't know. You know what I mean? Everyone's fucking mad. Like I'm here for the music, guys. I can't attest to everything. Like that's the thing is my friends get in fights. My musical heroes get in fights. And then I see people that are out here and they're like, yo, this motherfucker owes me. I don't know. It's like, I can't keep up. You know what I mean? Fucking everyone seems to fucking have a falling out. And then it's like forever beef and it's stupid. He produced songs that's what I said. Yum Yum's Lore, but I don't know what songs because he didn't say in the fucking YouTube clip I was watching. It's kind of annoying because it was like half information. I want to know the whole thing, but all I know is that he showed up in Detroit and was like ready to fight Jay, and Jay just didn't show up. So somebody lucked out. I don't know who, but goddamn, why is everyone trying to fight? All I'm saying is chill the fuck out. You know, make your music. I don't know.
Violent J had tweeted something about saying fuck. I'm pretty sure he was joking, like fuck rapping. I'm about to step in the octagon and fight.
Yeah, I seen that. And then he talked about taking the belt from the UFC fighters and selling it on eBay.
I was like, what the fuck?
That was a joke.
I mean, obviously, but where the fuck did that come from?
It came from, dude, you know where it came from? Because he's sitting on this album, knowing that he's going to drop this album on us in a month or two. And this is like the hottest shit he's dropped in a long time. Look, I'm not trying to piss off people, but you know I'm going to sit here and tell you that this album is fire. And you know I'm not fucking lying. All right? If I didn't like the album as much as I do, I just wouldn't talk about it as much. I made a whole episode of my goddamn show, episode 55 of the BeastMasteR show, dedicated to singing this album's praises. Okay. And the thing is, I don't have my hard copy yet. I don't know who produced the songs yet, except I know Devereaux produced In the Hole, which might be my favorite song.
Yeah.
The album.
Yeah.
In the Hole is
for some reason that guitar sounds very familiar at the very beginning. I think of Outside by Stained. I don't know if it's taken from that song. I don't know. Something about that guitar riff sounds very familiar.
Okay. Well, I love when Dev plays guitars. Real quick before we talk about In the Hole, I just want to go back to Clown Blood because I want to kind of go in order here. You know, we talked about the title track. You know, Bloody Sunday is fucking dope. And I just wanted to say this because this is something that was on my mind. And I was talking about this with my buddy. Like a lot of times when a single comes out, right, before the album, I will listen to the single. But I don't always, you know, play the single to death. Most of the time it's because I really, really want to know what the album sounds like from track to track to track. And the songs hit different when they're in the track order. You feel me? I mean, am I crazy when I say that? Like when Clown Blood came out, I liked it, but I didn't love it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now after hearing Bloody Sunday go into Clown Blood, dude, like Bloody Sunday is such a dope song, and then Clown Blood, the beat hits like, and I'm into it more. So you know what I mean? Than just like, oh, it's a single. Let me go play this like solo without anything before it. It just hits different when it comes after Bloody Sunday. That's what I'm trying to say. And I like it so much more now. And I honestly, I feel like I the only thing I liked about it initially is that Jay finally fucking, you know, fulfilled my wish and made a reference to that Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith incident, even if it was vague and just an insult. That kind of pop culture thing where it's a current pop culture thing that we all know what it's in reference to. I love it when they do that. You know, they used to do that a lot more often in the past, I feel.
Yeah.
But anyways, the end of Clown Blood, he says, my blood is clown. My skin is clown. My race is clown. I'm forever down with the clown. I just like that. I like how he has a little, I mean, down with the clown gets a fucking another fucking track, you know, it gets mentioned.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Devereaux produces in the hole. I wrote some of these lyrics down. You'll deeply suffer down in the hole. You'll be ravaged down in the hole. Time frozen still. It won't just move slow. Because back on Bloody Sunday, he talks about time moving slow. Now it's just fucking frozen. The rhymes are fucking dope. It just fucking, you know, hearing him rap about that serious shit, like, you know, your soul will suffer down in the hole.
Yeah.
Seeing agony, being maggot meat, dragged beneath, gagged and beat. Fucking dope. That right there is some nice writing. So, like I said, that might be my favorite track. But then the next track comes in fucking on fire. I'm talking about Pitch Dark. What do you got to say? What do you think about this? Because I actually I don't know, man. This song is fun as fuck. This song is really fun. Pitch Dark.
You know, this album's still fucking new. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I really don't know. I've had time to listen to it, but then I haven't.
Look, I'm well aware this album just came out. I mean, like a day ago, right?
Right.
But I'm here to tell you that there are things in this album that just fucking are so pleasurable. It's like a fucking ICP album. It's weird because it's almost as if Violent J is half of ICP. All right, I'll tell you a couple. Look, I'm not going to let this slow down the review, man, because I got things to say about each song. Okay.
Well, let me go ahead and I got to head out.
Okay.
Before you get going.
Right.
But before I do, I'll leave you with this.
Sure.
This has nothing to do with anything Juggalo. So I was working this week and it was mad fucking windy, dude. Like I realized that I've lost weight a couple of years ago. I put a little bit on and I think that I'm heavier than I really fucking am. I'm not heavy. I'm not heavy like I used to be, but I think I am.
Oh.
Right? Like, so you lose weight and you don't fucking realize like how much weight you've really lost, and you still think that you got that weight on you. So we're in the yard, and like I said, it's crazy windy out there, dude. Like it's fucking windy. And you know, some people have shingles on the roof and some people have like tin roof, right? Or like metal sheets of metal.
Sure.
And like they're pretty fucking long, right? So there's two of those like metal whatever you want to, roofing, like going around the yard. And me and my partner in the truck and the other two guys are in the truck, and we're kind of like looking at each other like who's gonna get, who's gonna get out, who's gonna get out. And I'm just like, man, y'all guys are, what the fuck? So I get out and I grab the fucking piece of metal, sheet metal, and I'm holding it against the wind, and it fucking pushes me back, and I'm like, oh shit. Okay, I get my fucking footing, I stick my foot into the fucking gravel, and I walk forward a little bit. It pushes me back 2 or 3 steps, and I'm like, oh shit. And the fucking wind's kicking my ass. I'm holding it long ways instead of cutting it, like the thin way. I'm holding it the wrong fucking way. Before I even know what the fuck happens, like, there's no way that I can convey to you. It happened so fucking quick. I had no time to think. 1 minute, I'm looking at my partner. The next minute, my feet are to the sky and I'm looking at the blue sky and I'm fucking flat on my back. Somehow the wind had picked up that metal, fucking picked me up and like threw me on the fucking ground.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're fucking holding on to an airplane wing,
Like fucking mad quick, dude. And I'm
you're saying you actually got lifted like by a tornado?
I got lifted, dude. I haven't been lifted like that since I fucking wrestled.
Damn.
And when I hit the ground, I was just like, fuck. I can't believe, I just fucking busted my ass in front of everybody. And like it's funny, this kind of correlates with Violent J and how he was talking about time.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I could have taken that bump like it wasn't shit. I was sore for like 2 or 3 days, and I'm like, man, I can't be taking bumps no more. And I'm not talking about coke. I'm talking about like throwing yourself on the ground wrestling style.
Right.
I can't take fucking hits like that no more, dude.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I don't think I can either. And I don't think, and I mean either one.
Right.
But I'd say, man, I want to thank you for joining me. I want to get back to doing some regular streaming again. It feels good like an old hat, But listen, I actually didn't even make the announcement that I was going to make yet.
Okay.
And if you're bouncing, you're going to miss that. So I'll just say it real quick before you leave. All right. Okay. And I'm not even going to make a big deal out of this, but the truth is that moving forward, I'm going to be putting some content behind a paywall, and I'm going to be, because like I said, I've got some lofty goals, and I'm not comfortable putting everything out publicly. So what I've decided to do is set it up on a Patreon. And so that's the announcement, is that I'm launching a Patreon, and Patreon recommends that when you set up your tiers that you start with $3 as the minimum for a monthly Patreon fee. But what I'm doing is, for a limited time, I'm just going to make it $1. So anyone who's interested in supporting BeastMaster in future endeavors with videos and music and comics, all of the fucking behind the scenes and interactive shit is going to be happening in the Patreon, and it's only $1 a month for anyone who gets in before Easter.
And I do know that, so I'm signed up to Joey Diaz's Patreon. And just like you said, when I started out, it was $1, but then he made an announcement, it's going to be $3. So
that's exactly what I'm doing, man. Look, I'm saying if anyone wants to avoid
you'll be grandfathered in. You do it.
You get grandfathered in.
You sign up to BeastMaster's Patreon. You do it now. You'll be grandfathered in. You won't have to go to $3.
Right, because there's a way to limit the tier number. I've been looking at some other people's work. I followed a couple other people's Patreons for specific reasons, for services rendered. Jay Webb has a Patreon. Illegal has a great Patreon for tarot reading that I highly recommend, but it's limited. Each tier is limited because she only has a certain amount of time to dedicate to private readings. But I've got a whole idea, a whole game plan, a whole concept, and just based off of what you guys know I'm capable of over the past 11 years, with however many hours of content that I've put out, I think I'm going to be able to deliver your $1 worth per month if you decide to be a part of the Patreon family. So it's gonna be $1 for the first tier, all right, and then on Easter Sunday, however many people are in that tier, that's it. It's capped off.
Yep.
And then the $3 tier will open up. And anyone who wants to sign up after Easter is welcome to. You're going to get the same shit that the people in the $1 tier get, except you're going to be paying 3 times as much because you're not the day oneers. And that's what I'll call them, day oneers,
And check this out. I don't know if this helping you or hurting you or whatever it is, but I do know this.
Panic over here is like the herder.
Oh, no shit. So check it out. Let's say they sign up to your pay, and I'm not trying to I don't know,
just for the record, guys, Panic did not know about this ahead of time. I'm springing this on you, just like I'm springing it on everyone. Like I've been working on this since basically since November. I've been planning it, and then I actually have all the tiers planned out. There'll be 6 or 7 tiers by the end of the year, but I'm only going to be opening them up periodically after we achieve goals, because I got it all set up as goals for me to achieve. And when I set my mind on a goal, I get pretty determined to achieve it. And
so check this out.
Yeah. So what do you got that's going to help or hurt?
So let's say they sign up now. They give you $1, whatever. Yep. What was it when you say you were going to cap it off in a month?
Easter, whenever that is. It's over a month away.
Okay, let's say you pay $1 this month. You pay it next month.
Mm-hmm.
You do it let's say you do it 5 months, and then all of a sudden the 5th month times are hard. You can't do it, and you cut your card off. Mm-hmm. 2 months later, after that, you know what? I got the money. I go back. You should still be grandfathered in. And I'm saying that because, like I said, I'm subscribed to somebody's Patreon. I was grandfathered in for $1. Your cards expire. You have to get a new card. And I think a month or 2 went by, and I'm like, what the fuck? I haven't seen their Patreon notifications coming up anymore. And I snapped. I'm like, fuck, my card. I need to put the new card number in. I went back, still gave it to me for $1 after.
Yeah, you know what? I hear what you're saying. Okay, and here's what I got to say. I actually am, for the first time ever, attempting to put content behind a paywall. So I'm very not concerned about people coming and going. You know what I mean? I'm going to do my thing, whether or not, because I'm bracing myself for all types of kickback on this. I could see people being not cool about it, not interested in it, not willing to, you know what I mean? There were people that weren't even willing to pay $1 for that ICP gathering app. It's like, who am I? And what the fuck are you going to get if you join a private community on Patreon? Seriously, Panic. I'm making it $1 because the $1 is the lowest I can make it.
Right.
And I'm just trying to put it behind a paywall so that it's exclusive. I'm not trying to charge you an arm and leg. You go out there and buy a cheese pizza, you've already paid for a year's worth of fucking BeastMaster content. If you're worried about $1, I'm sorry, son, it's not for you. Okay.
Shout out to Boy Blue.
Well, man, Boy Blue was at the gathering last year. I fucking met him. I met him. I met Boy Blue.
He was at the gathering?
Dude, did you hear what I said? I met Boy Blue at the gathering.
How well, I can't leave yet. How did that go? What the fuck? I didn't even know this.
Yeah, well, what do you mean? I mean, I didn't talk about it, but I also don't watch Boy Blue, so I don't know, you know. But yeah, he was at the gathering last year.
Was he drunk?
I don't think so.
You didn't meet him.
Dude, you don't think I met Boy Blue last year?
No, I'm fucking with you. Wow.
I can prove it. I got a picture.
How was it? Yeah, I want to check it out.
All right. I'll tell you what. Let me see if I can find the proof.
You know, Boy
I'll tell you what. I'll find the proof right now. I'll prove that Boy.
I know Boy Blue is who he is. People got his problems, but we were cool at one time. I'm not saying I got a problem with them. I don't got a problem with them. You know, we just don't talk. There ain't no problem. But that's cool. I'm glad he finally went to a gathering.
Yeah, I don't know. Was that his first gathering? Like I said, I don't watch Boy Blue.
I assume so.
Here, check it out. Look at this.
Hold on. Just hold it still. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. That's cool.
That's real right there. I mean, shout out to Boy Blue. Say everybody needs to go to at least one gathering in their life, and so that was a bucket list for him. Despite how much I'm not a fan of his YouTubing, he deserves to gather like any other juggalo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool.
At least that's how I feel about it. But because I don't get along with everybody. You know what I mean? And fucking he does his thing and I don't have to like it, you know what I mean? But he's still a fucking juggalo, I guess, you know. You know, it's funny because the community used to be tight and fuckery like Boy Blue kind of ruined it for me because it was all about him and stuff. I mean, his whole legacy was just all about, you know, gimme, and I can't vibe with that, you know. So all these years later, fucking 2023, look, I'm just putting myself out there, all right? I made a Patreon. It's the lowest it could possibly be, $1 to get in, and all I can say is that for all the videos that I put out for free, I fully intend on still putting out free videos. Like, I'm not going to disappear from YouTube. Mm-hmm. But what I am going to tell you is that the work that I put in behind the scenes, and sometimes like the effort that goes into making some of these videos goes unseen, you know?
Yeah.
And so back in the day, we used to do streams, and then I would edit them, you know, and we'd put them out.
Anybody who edits videos knows how that goes. Right.
So what I'm saying is that Patreon, am I glitching? Grief. I got really bad connectivity. All I'm saying is that live streams that I can do are going to get edited, and I have an idea of certain type of videos I want to put out. But I'm going to allow people to watch the making of those videos. So you get to watch me do it live and before I edit it and put it out. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I mean, hence the bonus content, exclusive content, and behind the scenes content. That's the whole point of the Patreon, to get more than everyone else gets. So that being said, you know, there's really so much more to Black Sunday that needs to be said. And I'm actually kind of inspired by you needing to go because I don't really want to, you know, stream much longer. What I'd like to do is have dedicated video that just reviews Bloody Sunday, that doesn't have like 2 hours of talking before, you know what I mean? So, right. I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to redo my review of the first few tracks because I got all the rest of the album to do. You know what I mean? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it the way I want to do it, with the green screen and have the images up on the screen, right? So you get to see while I'm talking about it. You know, just like Beneath the Dirt does. And I mean, I just don't have my shit prepared today. I wanted to go live, and sometimes me wanting to do more than I can handle prevents me from getting it done, you know? Otherwise, I would have done this earlier in January, you know?
Right.
Shit, I missed all these fucking comments here. But
all right then, man.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for joining
it.
me. I appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, appreciate
like
it.
I said, I'm going to be doing some future streams, but I'm also going to be doing some future private streams for the Patreon only. And I got to say, even though you don't know what I'm trying to get into, you're invited to join, you know, to be on the stream with me. But if you don't pay $1, you won't be able to watch your own stream.
I got it.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
you can be in the video, but you can't watch it unless you're in the Patreon. So that, I guess that's how that works. Look, I haven't done it yet. This is a trial thing here, and anyone who's willing to join me in this new adventure, I can tell you this: it's going to be interactive. It's going to have listening parties. And it's going to be behind the scenes shit, and not just behind the scenes videos. It's going to be about the evolution of my comic. So it's going to be a lot of drawings, and you know, who knows what else. You know, I got music coming out. Probably everyone in there is going to hear it first. So shout out to Panic for joining me today. And you know what? I'll probably wrap this up and call it a night. It's been a nice bloody Sunday. I know I'm going to wake up and it's going to be Sunday all over again. We were talking about Pitch Dark, and I didn't even get to say anything. So tell you what, that's what we'll do next. I'm going to make a video exclusively reviewing Bloody Sunday track by track, because there's so much more to talk about. No Friends, so dope. But until then, I probably will leave you with this: Carnival Spirits all day, every day. Make sure you sub it up. Make sure you're following us on all your favorite social media. You know, we even have a TikTok, although Scotty Balls is the only one fucking with TikTok. I don't know if he's even using Carnival Spirits yet, but he's making TikToks because I've seen some of them on Instagram. I never make it over there. You know, I don't even make it onto Twitter these days. I've been kind of staying off of social media for my mental health. But we're gonna fucking do some. We're going to do something fun, and I'm going to make some more future announcements. So if anyone who didn't make it to the end of this video, you didn't even hear the announcement, did you? That's all right. As soon as I mentioned the $1, motherfuckers tuned out. I don't blame you. But you guys are awesome. So I'm looking forward to coming back. And we will chop it up. Most likely next weekend. And you know, we'll talk about more of the music that came out this year and last. Honestly, there's a bunch of music that came out in 2022 that did not get discussed because I really didn't even do an end of the year wrap up or nothing. I just kind of dropped off of the internet after the gathering, or after my gathering review, because I needed to fix some problems. And so we're problem solvers, and we're moving. We're keeping it moving here. All right. But yeah, like I said, I'll be back next weekend, and maybe we'll have some more fucking visuals on the screen. I didn't even try. I mean, I went and fucking found a ton of images that I wanted to use. And then the thing is I want to place them on the screen in a certain way. I don't want to just screen share my Photoshop. and share it that way. Pre-record the whole album review would be dope. That's what I'm doing. Oh, okay. That's what I'm doing. That is what I'm doing. I'm going to pre-record it, and I'm going to edit a few things. Yeah, exactly. But the idea is that anyone in the Patreon family gets to watch the unedited, pre-recorded take. So it's like having a live studio audience. And anything that, like bloopers or in between, before and afters, is all pretty much for your eyes and ears only. But the actual fucking video that gets put out is going to be far superior. It'll be shorter. It'll be better. So that's the thing. If you're a fan of just me, you want to fucking, have more BeastMaster in your life, you're definitely going to want to get into the Patreon before Easter, where it's just $1. And yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope if there was a whole gang of us in there. And I'll tell you what, my dream is to have you guys participate and help contribute to almost like a scavenger hunt that I'm kind of embarking on. So I'm thinking about ways to advertise it. I got flyer ideas, but the best way to stay tuned for all that is to definitely join the Patreon. But make sure you're following all the social medias, Carnival Spirits included. I mean, and Don Chaos and Scotty Balls and and everyone. I mean, I try to stay connected. It's hard. It's hard to keep up because there's a lot going on out there, and all I'm really connected to is the music. Okay, I'm on Spotify every day. I got a notification and a fucking weekly radar that tells me all the new music that my fucking favorite artist dropped. Like, did y'all even know that there's a Shaggy 2 Dope track that came out last month? Fury and Dr. Giggles and Shaggy 2 Dope on a feature. Like, fucking Shaggy didn't even talk about it on the Shaggy Show. Beneath the Dirt didn't talk about it. I'm like, am I the only one that fucking heard this song? So there's things like that I figure I might as well fucking incorporate that into what I'm doing and talk about some new shit, A lot of fun music out there. The fucking Swamp Society, fucking killing it. We got Dot Strife coming out with an album pretty soon. Darby O'Trill fucking working with Devereaux nonstop, putting out freshness. That Juggalo Ohio was fucking pretty epic. I heard. I was not there. But I'll tell you what, I actually want to do a Juggalo Ohio watch party with footage that I've got my hands on. Listening parties and watching parties. I actually two things that I got on the to-do list. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So, Lusty Tunes, love that account on Instagram. Hell yeah, that's what's up. So obviously Ivy Killa has heard the track. You know what I'm talking about. All right, I tell you what, I'm going to wrap this up. It's late. It's almost 3 hours now. But I always used to fucking, do a song, I'd always spin the wheel at the end of the fucking episode and I would, I would spin a wheel and I would play a song. Remember? Let me see if I can do that. Let's see where we're at on the wheel. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. What do you know? We have spun this wheel so many times. Apparently 55 times we've spun this wheel. And, oops. Here we go. Trying to make it bigger. This wheel had 56 songs on it, and we literally spun it every fucking episode of the BeastMaster show, and we listened to all these songs. And there's only one left. So, I mean, can I even spin it? I can. I wonder what's going to come up. Well, there had to be a last fucking song. I mean, eventually this was going to happen, and it was going to be the last song. And this is episode 55. Yeah. It's crazy, man, that I actually planned this out pretty well. I don't really have that many more songs, you know. There really are no more new songs to play, except last year, 2022, I actually got 2 songs out, thanks to Shock and Dash. You know, the first one we talked about, we had them on the show, but they actually dropped another song called The People, and it's only available on their Bandcamp, but it's got a verse by me on there. So that's 2 new songs for me last year, which is such a nice, way to shake the cobwebs off. And while I'm working on my new album, so shout out to Shock and Dash for that. But yeah, so let me see if I have Ghost Breath on deck here. I mean, I might actually have it. I don't. But I might actually be able to find it and put it right on StreamYard instead of streaming it off of YouTube. Nah, of course. That would have been too easy. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll find it on Spotify. Here we go. Yeah, we got a couple minutes before the top of the hour. Let me let me see here. Here we go. This is Ghost Breath. It's Matty Cypher, my dude out in Connecticut. Spider Bite Records. You know, he has been growing dreadlocks for 20 years, and he just cut them off last month. Shout out to Matty Cypher. Put me on this track with Mastermind of Nodis. You know, it's really fucking dope. I'm on the 3rd verse. First verse is Mastermind, then Matty Cypher, and then me on the end. And if I can play it all the way through, I'll do so right now before we wrap this up. But I'll just say it's good to be back, and I hope you guys keep tuning in. And yeah, you know, there's more announcements and things I want to talk about, but we're just going to play this out, and I'll start fresh next week where I left off today, because I got more stuff to plug, and I got more fucking shit to talk about. So Bloody Sunday review video coming out and more. All right. I'm BeastMaster. You guys are awesome. This is Ghost Breath.
Dug my grave, must hate the bastard. A master with no limits. I roll gimmicks, finish souls, imbeciles that show the.
Hold on, that's just a preview. I got to open up the real deal. Sorry, I didn't realize it was going to open up in a whole new window and fuck it up. All right, so here we go. I got it now. Yeah, this is Appetite for Dysfunction, and the track number 5, Ghost Breath.
Calling all spirits. Mastermind the hell raiser. Yes, I'm with you like a spirit.
No need to wonder, been here since the beginning of time. Summer after summer. Trust me, I connect with all the places you wonder. You don't wanna answer the phone, cause the devil got your number. Hello, how you doing? How the hell have you been? Called and left a message, but God asked to forgive my sins. I think I hear the evil spirits calling my name. What part of the game is it when they giving me all the blame? I guess you become what they say when they call you the same. I could be your answer for pain or cancer in the brain. The wicked shit will never die like a ghost in the night. If I didn't say it, must be a ghost on the mic. Boom, mic check, 1, 2, coming to confront you. Calling all spirits, ghost hunters out to hunt you. Time to put your fears in check and pay your respect. Middle of the night, somebody breathing down my neck. Who the fuck? Who the fuck? Yes.
Ghost breath, eos dead and known threat. Most death flows meant to broke those are no, I know death. Roll coat that hose wet, hold depth like ocean force. Know some rules I'm roasting, I'm in motion, let the motor roar. No remorse, my corpse brought a loss for a lost course. Raw dogs forced on the floor as the storm pours. 4 wars and battles, I'ma stab you with the rusty blade. Must evade, capture disasters, I dug my grave. Love to hate the bastard, a master with no limits. I loathe gimmicks, finish souls, imbeciles that show the timid. Mama tells me something great, I'm hot as hell, it got him melted. On a double date with couple skanks and Robert Kelly. Felt me more, so picture this, the incubus is bored. So you saw shorties drinking piss, I'm sinning to the Lord. I'm living in a port, swarm of spiders. A pleasant day, I rest my case, a rider, I'm inside her, then I shred her face.
I'm a creature of anecdotes and violent episodes. Riddle of the stakes lost off Mosquito Coast. Fighting night after night like Phoenix Jones. BeastMaster's doppelganger wants all the smoke. To the brink with a constant building pressure. Liquid nightmares dripping at a dream catcher. Smell a murder around the corner, don't try to stop it. Another body caught, not the spot's already haunted. In the hot seat underneath the gaslight. An ethereal being hiding in plain sight. Better off stranded on a desert island. The only end game is jail, death, or asylum. Run with the wolves, fly with the crows. Talk to them both with breath like a ghost. In the forest of old growth, they throw a scapegoat to the compost with a slit throat. Hell yeah. Shout out to Maddie Cypher. And shout out to everybody out there, wherever you're watching. You know, I appreciate you. You might be on Facebook, YouTube. I don't think anybody's watching on Twitter. I'm not sure what's going on with Twitter. But, you know, shout out to anybody on Twitch. And I'll catch you guys later. It's been fun. Oh, and always remember to fuck the fuck off, motherfucker.